Hey everyone. Get this started. Let's go here, get the music on. Good song. Hey. Welcome guys. Nice to see you. 19th. You guys counting the number you came in? Hi Arson. Pack attack. Sorry? Okay. Reesby makes me say to you, Arson, that she does play Genshin, but she's going on a walk now, so she does not have the phone to answer you anymore. Hi guys, hi Jason. Yeah, what's your opinion on Xiao? I mean, I never played him because I didn't get him in the beta, so I don't really know him. But I've seen him, and he seems like a very capable main DPS, which I know he will be. Where's? He seems like an anemo version of like a carry DPS, basically. He will be probably on par with Diluc and Klee and all this stuff. He's a very powerful carry. But he's Anemo instead of being fire and all that stuff. So he works a bit differently because obviously Anemo has Swirl, but Swirl is not such a big damage reaction, but it is a spreading reaction. So, you know, he'll have specific teams that will boost him, I think. But he's going to be good. I'm from Brazil. Is Childe free-to-play weapon? Well, hello from Brazil. Childe free-to-play weapon. I mean, the best free-to-play weapon is the one you can buy in the Star Glider shop. If you're free-to-play, you can still buy this, right? This is the best free-to-play weapon you can buy for him. But if you don't have that, then you can craft the prototype bow. And the prototype bows are actually pretty good as well. Did you have to pay for wishes in the beta too? Actually, no, there was no wishes in the beta. It was just not available. You just couldn't wish. So you got, I mean, sorry, there was wishes. There was no paying. There was no buying. There was no Primogem, like, you got what you got from the quest, the storyline, whatever, and that's it. Like, you didn't have any other option. They didn't give us anything either. They didn't give us, like, extra packs. They didn't give us anything. So you were basically stuck as free-to-play. You couldn't even get the battle pass. Like, you couldn't even get the second part of the battle pass. So you didn't have, like, anything. So you got what you got. So you played, like, a few 4 stars, and that was it. It was also a lot less generous. Like, as in, he didn't give us, like, free, like 1600 Primogem and wishes at the beginning like you did in the release. So you basically, like, I had like 6 characters other than the free-to-plays. That was it. Like, I didn't have access to anything. I didn't get a single 5-star the entire beta, and I played for months. I wasn't lucky, of course. Let's see. Hello there. Hi, Divergent. Hi, Jason. Ed. I mean, everybody on YouTube. Hi, guys. Nice to see you. How I think is Childe First Constellation. I mean, it's a good buff, but it's not like the most insanely thing like that you need. If you don't have the First Constellation on Childe, you're not gonna be like in trouble. Let's just say. Hi, Dylan. Nice to see you, Dylan. But yeah, Childe First Constellation is like, it's a good boost, but it's not, you know, you have to learn to play around Childe when you play this game with Childe. Like, you just have to learn to have a party with like a lot of abilities that you keep switching into, and you stay on Childe for like less time, basically. If you have C1, you'll stay a little bit longer, but even then, like, you should maximize your Childe gameplay by not staying on him anyways. So it should not be very different in terms of like how you play. If you really like learn the character properly, like, it won't be a big issue. C1 is basically a boost, but it's not necessary. It will just make it like your gameplay is going to be different if you don't have C1, but it's going to be still as good. Okay, what else is here? Okay, that's done. How would you build an Anemo DPS? You just focus on DPS and try to have a good number of elements on your team. I mean, you try it like, you know, you'd put like elements like Xiangling's bear and Fischl's things on the floor, and then you just like do your damage with Anemo, and it would just keep swirling. And then you basically like would swirl to everything else. Xiao might be playable as a physical DPS, or might be playable as a, you know, Anemo DPS. You would maybe put 2-piece Viridescent Venereer, 2-piece Gladiator, or 2-piece maybe a 2-peat Bloodstain kind of thing. I don't exactly know how it's gonna look like because he hasn't been in the game for so long now, and he might have changed a little bit. Like, we'll have to see when he comes out because we don't actually know enough to 100% say. But there's a lot of ways of building him. It will be fine. Hi, Super Sign. How you doing? The stream is lagging for me. Maybe try and reducing the quality. Let me see here. So nice to see me. I like your dodge icon. Let's see. Is the arc of the battle pass good for Childe? Yes, it is very good for Childe. Very, very good. Xeno will be a multi-hit type of carry because Xeno... Yeah, probably. Yeah. Where am I going? You stupid archer. Okay. You think he'll be a plunge attack? Like, yeah, I think so, yes. I think he will be based on plunge attack, AoE, swirling and stuff. That's just the nature of the character. I think that's how it's going to be played. But to be honest, like, I myself haven't played him a lot, and on top of that, like, it might have changed since beta. So anything I say right now could be wrong, and I don't have enough experience with him to really be 100% sure about what I'm saying either. But I think he'll be similar to beta. I think he'll be similar. I just got the Rust for Childe. It's level 40, but already does better than my level 60 bow. Yeah, I mean, Favonia's bow is terrible on Childe. I mean, the cooldown is cool and like theory, but like you lose out on so much damage. For sure, the Rust is gonna be better. If you're not willing to get C3 or higher Childe, an even better game. Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna wail for Childe, get at least C2 or C4. Otherwise, C0 is completely fine. Yeah. C2 is a big power spike. C2 is amazing. But C1 is perfectly fine as well. But if you go for C1, might as well go for C2. And then C4 is another big power spike. And obviously afterwards C6 is insane, but... what do you think will happen if the Hydro set comes up? Do you think Childe will out DPS Diluc? I think the Hydro set... I mean, Childe already... kind of out DPS Diluc, to be honest, for someone who, as you can see, mains both Diluc and Childe. And my Diluc is like full 5-star, like weapon, everything, amazing gear. My Childe does way more damage than my Diluc, and especially in AoE in the Abyss. Like he just has such a big, broad area of effect damage that no one can really touch him other than Klee. Klee is the only one who can damage the same as Childe, and probably out damage unless Childe is C6, out damage is like everybody, I think. But with the Hydro set, Childe will 100% be the #1 DPS in the game. Because the Hydro set, from what we have maybe seen out of the leaks, will be insanely busted on Childe. It's a set made for Childe. Now, if they change it, that could be not true anymore. But if they don't change from what we've seen, that set will be insane. Like, insane. It basically gives you gladiator bonuses on Childe, which you can't have because you have a bow, but it basically like makes it available, and then it gives you hydro damage on top of it. Like, there's nothing that's gonna beat that. Nothing. How can I never find my commissions? Why can I never find the last commission? I always have to do this. Probably because I'm blind. Finally, a power damage bonus Crimson. Oh wow, congrats. that's a hard one to get. I'm at 60 pull. I really hope to pull him. Wish me luck. I mean, at 75 is when you have the best shot of pulling him. So hopefully you get there and you have a good shot. Okay, that's done. Well, look at my resin. Good thing I have to spend it now. Gotta be spending that resin now. Let's see. What main side are you going for, Venti Artifact? I'm not sure yet. I'm still mixed feelings about that. Anemo damage is good. Element Mastery is good. Energy Recharge is good. I'm still unsure exactly how I want to build them. I mixed match my artifacts on official because I was bored and I reached 15k damage on her charge attack. Nice. What did you give her? Like, what do you use on her now? I find that certain characters are much harder to obtain and carry main DPS. I mean, yeah, it could be. Definitely. How many constellation do you have on Chinkyu support to be significant as a 5-star character? You don't really need constellation. The thing is, Chinkyu support enables, like, it boosts your main carries so much. Like Kitching, Razor, Diluc, like all these kind of carries, Chinkyu boosts them like so much because it makes basically all of their attacks trigger Electro Charge or Vaporize or whatever. So it basically just amplifies the damage. And there's no other character like that amplifies your main carry so hard. Fischl might be one of the example, but like, you know, there's no other character that buffs your main character on the field by giving him swords of damage that prevent damage, that heal, and that it hit like crazy and proc water. It's like, he's just such an enabler. There's really not much that goes like, you know, that goes close to it. Hello there, hi Philo, Philan, sorry. Let's see, did I miss any question? Thanks for following the channel, Guy Aaron. Hello dude, here I am again. Hi Daniel, can't see you. There's a lot of Daniels on this channel. Okay. Okay, that was easy. There we go. Is that it? That's it. Here. I'm at 60. Oh, yeah, no, I saw that. Diluc with 1.9k attack, 50 crit rate, 100% damage. Yeah, that Diluc stat is really good. That Diluc stat is very similar to me. I think maybe even, like, I have a little bit more power damage, but I have less crit. So you're doing, like, very well. And I'm not free to play, obviously. So obviously you're doing very well. Good job on that. That Diluc will help you a lot in the Abyss for sure. Hello, Xoraz. Oh, yeah. Hi, Chibia. Nice to see you. Here's my artifacts on Childe. If you want more information, make sure to check the video as well. But here is attack, here is hydro damage, and here is crit damage. Because I have crit on the weapon, I can obviously get crit damage on the artifact, and that's kind of how I do it. Hi, Taverso. Nice to see you, and hi, Colin. Hi, everybody. I pulled Childe, Diluc 5-star Claymore. I don't invested already in other team. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem with this game, is that if you keep pulling for characters when you already have good characters, you eventually end up to the point where, like, you don't really need the characters. And that's kind of, like, one of the thing that, like, is annoying about this game, is, like, you can't have so many carries. Like, it just doesn't fit in the game. That's one of the reasons that, like, kind of would prevent me from pulling on some stuff, to be honest. Like right now, like all the new characters coming out in 1.2, like I have absolutely no use for any of them. So I'm like, yeah, they look cool, but like, why would I pull for them? I don't need them. It's kind of where I'm at right now. Ouch. Don't kick me. This is like this 2 PS thing though. You can't like damage them with water, these things. So you need a Diluc in your party. Or I mean, you need another element. Okay. Oh, a gladiator. Yellow gladiator. We'll take it. Okay, what is the next boss in the world here? We'll do this one. No problem, Chibia. Let me know if you have any question. Yeah, sometimes I release so many guides that people don't know that I have a guide, so I just mention it in case. You never know. How much did you spend on the game? I mean, to be honest, I haven't been keeping track, so I don't even really know. It's probably less, like, I'd say like quite a few $100s, but less than 1,000. How many rolls did it take to get Childe? I mean, I got Childe on like my first like 20 rolls because I was really close to Pity, and then I got him like after like 60 rolls. Like I got a constellation. I got quite lucky with my ratio, to be honest. I pulled no. My Diluc plus Fischl based on your guide is awesome. Yeah, I'm glad that it worked out for you. I'm glad it works out for you. It is very powerful together. It is very, very powerful together. How do you get so much resin? I mean, I waited since yesterday. As in, like, when I stopped playing yesterday, I didn't play since. And it takes, like, 20 hours to reset, so... It takes, like, 21 hours, actually, to full reset. Hi, Wellburn. Nice to see you. What's your opinion on Petra and Bolide 4-piece effect? I mean, my opinion is that it's really good, but you, like, for it to work, you need specific characters, like, shielding characters. Because if you just rely on the crystallized effects from, like, Geo, like, you'll be spending most of your time trying to switch just to make it work, and it's gonna be kind of like a chore. It's not gonna feel really fun, and you're gonna be missing out, like, just the time that's gonna take you to apply everything and get shield and reaction. You're basically gonna be missing out on DPS this whole time, and it's gonna become subpar. Now, if you have really good shielding characters, you know, like, I guess Noelle, Diona, like, you know, and the new characters coming out, like, then you can make it really good, and you can make it work. But I personally do not have any shielding characters, and I do not have any plans on getting any right now. I don't really need any. It doesn't really help me at all. So for me, like, this kind of bullied Petra set, it doesn't work. It's not worth it for me. It can be worth it for some players, but I won't build characters just to use that set when I know that, like, the Hydro set's gonna come out and be much better anyway. And, you know, same thing for Diluc. As much as that set is really, like, a good idea and it does give damage and all that, it won't be better than a Crimson Witch, because Crimson Witch gives so much fire damage. Like, it just won't... Like, Crimson Witch gives more fire damage, and Bolide gives damage in general, right? So, it's just for Diluc, it won't be worth it. So, in my situation, it's not worth it. It will be worth it for some comps, and it will be worth it for some players, for sure. Just not really for me. How's your week been? Mine has been crazy busy. Yeah, my week has been actually pretty busy as well, but all good, to be honest. We've been, like, the YouTube has been doing very well. We're pretty happy, Alex and me, because... a lot of the guides, like the character guides and stuff, have been really blowing up. Like the Chinkyu guide has like 250,000 views in less than a week, which is really big for us. We've never had it. Like, we've had a few videos at 800,000 views and stuff, but like from years and years ago. So 250,000 views in less than a week is actually really, really like, impactful for us. So the channel is doing well. We're really happy. We're really putting a lot of effort into it. So we're busy, but we're happy. But we don't have as much time to play games now. We're basically making guides and stuff all day. But that's, you know, that's our job now, and we're enjoying it. I've heard there's a secret place where catching fans do their math. Yeah, there is a secret place. It's called Catching Main, and it's a subreddit on Reddit. This is actually when I made my video about the Thunder Suitor set and the Lava Walker set being bad. I mean, I knew the information about Lava Walker being bad because like I play fire characters, but I didn't know how bad Thunder Suitor was or how good Thunder Suitor was for catching. That's why I went on that subreddit, and there's like hundreds of people making math there, and they all kind of like come to the conclusion that Thunder Suitor is really good on catching only. There's no other character on which Thunder Suitor is good but catching. And it's only good in the open world. But in the Abyss, 2-piece Thunder Fury and 2-piece Gladiator out DPS Thunder Suitor every single time. And I mean, I read like dozens of posts and dozens of math, like calculations and stuff. And they all came to the same conclusion. And that's kind of why I made that video. Even though some people don't agree, you know, it's what it is. I literally never summoned a weapon banner and got first 10 summon. I got the harp. Wow, amazing! Congrats. That's pretty good luck. You think Xiangling is a good carry damage dealer? Yeah, very much. If you build her with Crescent Pike and good physical damage items and Gladiator and stuff like that, she'll be very powerful. I used her as a character that did that, like physical damage dealer on my party for a while until I unlocked Childe. She was actually the main DPS of my second team. The Geocalyst instead of the harp. I mean, the Geocalyst is going to be really good for upcoming characters as well as Ningguang right now if you have her. So it's not a big loss. It's not a big sad thing. At least it's a pretty good item anyways. Oh, there you go, a subreddit. Yeah, it's called Catching Main. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up on the questions here. Apparently the 4-piece bullet doesn't work when a character is on the field. So if Noelle uses her shield, the 4-piece or if Noelle, if you swap... Yeah, but you're supposed to use the Bolide on, like, Childe, and then use Archaic Petra on, like, Noelle. And then you shield, then you go on Childe, but he has the shield from Noelle kind of thing, so he does more damage. When you use a shield, you need to, like, go back on the Geo character and then do more triggers so you get more shields. It's, like, it's very chory, but it works if you're used to a Geo party. Like, that's kind of how you play Geo party. It's a shield meta, and the new weapons that have shield effects are going to help it. Like, it's a different kind of meta. It's not something that I personally have ever really experienced, but I know some people have worked like with it, like, and have had really good times. So, you know, props for them, and it's definitely a viable build. I personally will be thinking about replacing Xiangling in my Diluc team. And instead of having 2 fire, I'm going to have a Geo. And then it's going to be Zhongling. And then he's going to have this. Zhongli, sorry, not Zhongling. Zhongli. And then he's going to have this. And then he's going to create reaction that gives 35% fire damage to my Diluc. And I think that will be better for that party. But I'm not going to go into the retracing bullet thing because I don't think it's better than the other alternatives for me, personally. Those are big views. Yeah, it's been really good. It's been really good. Reddit is where it's at. Yeah, Reddit is where I get a lot of information. I read a lot of posts. I read about the map. I do chat and I do post guides myself. So it's not like I just leech the information. I really actually do, like I do participate a lot. I try to, like all the video guides that I make about characters, they all post on Reddit in the text form as well. So yeah, it is actually where you get a lot of good information on Reddit for sure. Is this the water level? I never remember what I'm doing in here. This is the water level, right? Yeah, I think so. Apparently, when you swap characters, kind of free. I don't actually know. But I mean, if you have bullied on a character, then you shield with the other character. Then bullied is on Childe, but Childe has a shield from another character. It's supposed to work that way, I think. Someone made some tests. I thought it worked. I'm sad I got Jean. Sorry that you're sad that you got Jean, but Jean is a good character. A very good character. Someone asked me for official artifacts, so here they are. This is what I use on my official. I have also an entire guide on official. If you type !official, you just did. Perfect. But you can check it out. But yeah. I basically built my Childe as a DPS. Not my Childe. My official as a DPS. In order for her bird to do a lot of damage while she's supporting. Jean is really like the Amber of 5-star. The problem with Jean is that she kind of like does every role, and it's hard to really choose what role you want with her. You want to do physical damage, or you want to do healing, or you want to do support anymore. Like people don't really choose, and then they end up doing in-betweens, and then she ends up sucking. Because if you're in-betweening, it doesn't do very well. They have 2 Wondrous Troop and 2 Chivalry on Childe. 2 Chivalry on Childe is very bad, sadly, because it gives physical damage, and Childe does not do 1 ounce of physical damage. So it's completely wasteful on Childe. It doesn't do anything on him. Yeah, I guess, I mean, that's not true in melee form. That's true in both form, he does, like, in both form, he does physical damage, but it's not how you're supposed to use Childe, right? Like, it's not very beneficial for you if you use Childe that way. You can do some hits of physical damage, but it's not the main way of playing Childe. Really like your Chinkyu guide. Thank you, Nathan. I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I'm actually going to do the Abyss once I'm done spending some of my resin, and I'm going to be going right into the Abyss with my Chinkyu and my party, because he is now main part of my Abyss team. After I made that guide, I knew he was good, but I made the guide and I leveled up the character for the guide, and then once I have him leveled up, I'm like, well, this is like, I'm not leaving him now. Like, he's staying in my party now, because he's very powerful, of course. There we go. I'm glad I remembered this was a water level. Yesterday I came here with Childe and no DPS, and I was like, it was so painful. I mean, it's not that bad, because obviously Official does a great job, but... There we go. No, don't just start dancing around me, you little Bob. Or Wondrous Troop, have you tried it? I have not tried it on Childe myself, because I don't have really good Wondrous Troop items. And I really do not like the gameplay of charge attacks. So I don't really use charge attack gameplay. I know if you do a full charge attack build on Childe, it might be good. Like, I'm sure it might be decent. Though I don't think it will be better than... Like, I prefer... Because I have C2 on Childe especially, I prefer Noblesse Oblige 2-piece and Gladiator 2-piece, because it gives you more damage in general. And my ult is like... My ult does so much damage that I know it's probably a way of playing it. That's fine. I don't like it. I don't find it satisfying. I don't like charge attacks. And of course, if you use the bow a lot, you could probably do a lot of damage with it, though. It should definitely do very well. It's just not a gameplay that I like. one of the reasons that I don't want to pick Itching as well is because I hate the charge attack gameplay. Especially because it takes stamina, and then you have to like manage your stamina even more. Now, managing your stamina in level 12 of the Abyss, good freaking luck with that. I never have stamina because the level doesn't, like, the level removes your stamina. So then you're just stuck, basically sucking in level 12 of the Abyss. And it's not the only level in which that takes your stamina. So I'm like, I'm just not a big fan of the gameplay. Is 100% crit rate good? If you have like 200% crit damage, yes. If not, no. 100% is a little bit too high, to be honest. But like, you know, if you can have more than 200% like crit damage, then it will be fine. Yes. Let me try and answer these questions here. I think you should keep your mana for Monday. Yeah, I probably would be better to keep the mana for Monday this way. I don't know how close we are to be the next rocket though. Let's see. What are you guys saying? For secure support, would you Trilling Tales be best or Mana Mapamari? I mean, Mapamari gives Elemental Mastery, which boosts Sucrose's kit really well. It kind of depends on the way you're using Sucrose in your party. Trilling Tail will boost your DPS for sure, but if you're doing a lot of elemental reaction with your DPSs, boosting the Elemental Mastery with Sucrose will be better. If you're not doing that many elemental reaction, then Trilling Tails will be better. Is Coward Atlas good for Ningguang or any other Catalyst user? What is that weapon again? Let's see. What is Coward Atlas? I don't have Coward Atlas. I don't know what it is. I don't do Codex. I don't do Catalyst. I don't have Catalyst, and I don't play Catalyst characters, so I don't know them by name. I've seen it probably, but I don't remember exactly what it gives. 4 rounds and no more stamina. Well, that's the problem. It's kind of really annoying. I really don't like the gameplay of it. Should most people buy Bennett from the shop? Yes. I would recommend buying Bennett from the shop because he is one of the most valuable carries, well, not carries, but support and healer in the game. And he won't come in the shop often, right? Like, I know even if you have C0, people feel like it's maybe not as good, but like, if you get Bennett pull in 3 months and you didn't buy him from the shop, you'll be like, shit, I should have bought him from the shop when he was in the shop. I would have a C1 by now. You know, like, it's not worth waiting and be like, oh, it's a C0. Like, he's one of the best characters in the game by far, and especially in level 12 of the Abyss. 12 of the Abyss, he's like the main reason that you can beat 12 of the Abyss. Like, he counters the effect of the entire level. It's like, he's the best character for level 12 of the Abyss, by far. So, anybody who ever wants to beat 12 of the Abyss, I mean, there's other ways of beating it, but like, he will make your life much easier. So, I would really recommend anybody to buy him, because it is really, really valuable. It's much more valuable to buy him than to buy a few wishes with the fates. Like, it's just, a few wishes can turn into garbage and absolutely nothing of value. Bennett will 100% turn into value. Even at C0, he's one of the best healers in the game. He's better than Barbara, and he's equivalent to a lot of 5-star healers. Probably better than Jean as a healer, to be honest. Today I got a Godseer 5 Gladiator from Abyss. Wow, amazing. It's hard to get those, so good job. Is Amos both for good for official? Yes, it's very good for official. Rust or the very distant hunt for Childe? I'm not sure exactly, to be honest. It depends also your constellation. If you're gonna get not your constellation, but your refinement level. If you're gonna get a lot of refinement level on either or, then go for either or. But I prefer very distant hunt because it will scale better for crit damage in the late game, I think. But they're both very similar and they're both very good. The problem with Rust is that it doesn't boost his Riptide damage and it doesn't boost his Oath damage. While the Viridescent gives crit to all sources of damage that he does, which is superior in my opinion. But on top of that, if you get a weapon with crit, then you can itemize for crit damage on your gear, which increases your damage exponentially. If you have Rust, it requires you to have tons of crit gear and be very lucky on secondary rolls, which is not easy to do. If you're very lucky and you have all the gear, then, you know, go for it. But most people are not. I personally am not either, so... Okay. Let's craft these little condensed resin. Oh, I have 2 in my inventory. I have 1 in my inventory already. There we go. Hey, did I turn in my expedition rewards? Oh, yes, I did. So I'm farming these because I need them for my weapons. So that's going to be a little thing that I do a little bit here. Diluc artifact. I'm using Crimson Witch of Flames. If you type exclamation mark Diluc in the chat, you're going to get a link to a guide that I made about it. I am going to make an updated guide soon. I mean, my guide is still updated, but like I'm going to make a more recent one because I was level 70 when I did the guide. Nothing has changed, but no. Bennett has so much love to give and everybody bullies him. I mean, Bennett is like amazing. Like you'll see when I play him in the Abyss later, he will be the sole healer of my team with Childe, and he will carry the entire level, even though Childe is a water character against ice characters. Bennett will make it work. Bennett can't heal you above 70%. Yeah, that is right. It doesn't heal you over 70%, but if you have your Bennett correctly built, you will, like, if you look at Bennett's ability, so this lasts for 12 seconds and has 15 seconds cooldown. So out of every 15 seconds, or out of every minute of 60 seconds, you will only have like 12 seconds where you don't have the ult up. So you'll have the ult up for 48 seconds, basically because every 12 seconds, or every 15 seconds, you will cast your ult. Like, you will never not have your ult up if you play Bennett correctly, where it will always be on cooldown. Like, whenever the ult is, like, you press, like right now I press E once, my ult's gonna be up. And it's like, you never not have the ult up. So even if it doesn't heal you past 70%, it still heals you very, very easily. Like, look at that, my ult is up right now. And then we press E, and then look at, I'm gonna press like this once or twice, a little bit of damage, and then look at how much the ult is gonna recharge. It's like already like kind of like halfway. Obviously now I could, like, I'm not fighting, but like if you go on other characters and you fight and you kill mobs, you'll see my ult will, I mean, this level itself has increased cooldown, so this level is like an exception. But like my ult is gonna be up very, very easily and very quickly if I need any kind of healing. So it's really, really, really easy to keep your ult up on Bennett. Like, look at it, it's up already. Like, you know, it's like I didn't have to do anything. It's already up. So yeah, the thing about the Bennett ult too is that the more geared you get your Bennett, the more HP you get on him, then the more healing efficiency you get on him. When let's say you're at 65% HP and you use Bennett ult, well, it will heal you for the same amount. So it might take you to 85% HP with one tick, because that's how it would heal you, right? Like, so it doesn't mean that it will never heal you over 70%. It might go over. It will just never, like, it will stop healing you once you're over it, which is not a big deal, to be honest. I have C1 Chinkyu. C1 Chinkyu is really good. C2 Chinkyu is even more amazing. C1 is still, like, even C0 is usable. C1 is really, really good because it gives you 4 swords, which is even better for defensive capabilities of Chinkyu that he gives you. And C2 is really good because it reduces hydro resistance of enemies, which both buffs him, Chinkyu, or a other character that you have in your party, like Childe, for example. Wow, look at that. 22,000 damage Oz summon. 22,000 damage summon. I'll take it. I need 3-star glitter to purchase Bennett. Do 4-star weapon gives you star glitter? I think so, yeah. I think any 4-star thing that you pull gives you star glitter. I think it's just automatic. Is it worth leveling Chi-Chi to level 80? I mean, not really. Like, eventually, sure, but not like a healer at level 60, 70, or 80. There's not much difference in between. Like, the gear is the most of the difference, so it doesn't really make much of a difference. Like, my Chi-Chi is 70, and she's not going to go to 80 or 90 for a long time. Yeah, if you don't have Sacrificial Sword, you need anything else. Like, Favonius Sword, Skyward Blade, anything with energy recharge you need. But Sacrificial Sword is the best you can get on Chinkyu. On Chinkyu and Bennett, both. On Bennett, you also want energy recharge weapon. Sacrificial Sword is so okay. That's what I'm using because I don't have anything else anyways. But Sacrificial Sword, because its cooldown on E is already very low, it's not as beneficial as it is on Chinkyu. But it's still, if you get the effect of the Sacrificial Sword proccing, you get 2 E's in a row, and you recharge your ult fully in 1 second anyway, so it's not bad. So the way I build my Bennett, he has energy recharge here, which is absolutely a must. Here he has HP, because that increases his healing, and as you can see, this one has a lot of energy recharge on a secondary piece, so this is amazing. And there's nothing else here that you can get that's better for him. HP is basically giving me more healing. And then here you get healing bonus, which is, again, incredibly powerful because it gives him more healing, right? So it's really the way I build him, and that's, I think, kind of like one of the best ways to do so. Now, even more energy recharge would be even better, but, you know, I would have to get these kind of pieces that have energy recharge on them and then level them up. So this one has 6%, not too bad. But, you know, if I got a better feather, like that I had more, I could do it. It would be better even. Like, you could level up different feathers, or, I mean, you know, obviously, the more you can get, the better. One day, I would like to have a 5-star of this one, that energy recharge, but so far, my luck, as you can see here, nope, 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 and a big nope. So, that's my life. Oh, look at that. A gladiator with attack. This is not a bad piece to have attack on. Actually, this is the one piece that you can have attack. Actually, this is an amazing piece. Look at that. Holy shit, that's a really good piece. This one's also not bad. Look at that. It's better than this one. Ooh, that's really better than this one. Oh la la. Should use that. Should use that. Let's get into that right now. C0 Childe or C6 Fischl for main DPS. Ooh, that's a tough one. So C6 Fischl is obviously a goddess of this game. HP. Of course, the last one had to be garbage, but anyways, it's still fine. Even though I would prefer it to have crit rate on it. Crit rate would have been so much better for me. Let's see. What was the other one? This one. Yeah, but this one has crit rate and HP and defense. Like, let me see. If it gets crit rate and crit damage, it will still be better. We'll see. Yeah, and my Bennett has full noblesse oblige, yes, as well. And he uses sacrificial sword. My Bennett uses sacrificial sword. Okay, there we go. Okay, well, this one's garbage. I think I should still switch this one, to be honest. Because the energy recharge and the attack really helps me more than whatever this is. I'll wait a few. Like, I'm not going to do it just right now because it's going to take me a moment. But and there's a million questions in the chat anyways. Chaos Dragon. Hey, hi, Chaos. How are you doing? Let's see. Is it worth leveling Chi-Chi? Oh, I answered that, right? So yeah, I was saying C0 Childe or C6 Fischl. I mean, they're both going to be pretty equivalent. The thing with Fischl is that as a support, with C6 especially, she brings like most of her potential even while supporting. So I would recommend you go with C0 Childe as your main carry, and you put Fischl with him with electric damage item and gladiator, like 2-piece gladiator, 2-piece thunder fury, and she will do amazing to support Childe. It will make, like, the thing is, like, if you use Fischl, you won't be using Childe. If you use Childe, you will be using Fischl, and you will get most of her potential, even though she's a support, because, you know, the best thing that Fischl does, really, is put Oz down, and Oz just demolishes everything. When you have C6, Oz demolishes everything even more. When you have C6 and you're attacking with Childe, Oz is a freaking machine gun, and he just literally kills everything for you. So, you know, I would go with Childe and then put Fischl as a support, which is what I do myself personally. I have a C6 Fischl myself, and that's exactly what I do. And it destroys everything. So, like, you know, Fischl is a great main carry, but her potential is better as a support because she does that, like, so well. Like, that's what she does best. Like, she'll do completely fine as a main carry, but she'll do as fine as many other main carries. As a support, she's probably the best support in the game, at C6 especially. There's no one else who will provide more damage and supportive abilities for combos than Fischl at C6. Just no one else. In this game right now, there's no one that can provide what she provides. Because at C6, she's just broken. It's just, every attack you do, there's electricity that hits for like thousands of damage for like many seconds, and you can have the bird up 24 seconds out of like 25-second cooldown. Like, it's just insane. Oz is the MVP of all games, to be honest. Oz already like carries my entire like team with Childe. It's insane. And like, she still hits really hard too, right? Like, she just, you know, it's broken. Trust me on this one. Let's see. Why is the music always stopping, YouTube? You suck at music. Let me see. If I missed some of the questions, guys, I'm sorry. There's like a million of them right now. So I'm going to try and go back a little second. What's the meaning of C0, C1? It means the amount of constellation. So if you go here, constellation. So C1 is the constellation 1, right? Constellation level 1. So C6. So when you have C6, it means you have all constellation. Your character is like maxed out in potential. Is C0 Fischl worth investing? C anything Fischl is worth investing. Fischl is, no matter what constellation she has, is one of the best supports in the game. Are you French? I am French Canadian, yes. Thanks, man. I was restruggling to this site. Hey, no problem. Subscribe for a big peep. Thank you for whatever that means. Let's see. What if you don't have C6 Fischl? I just said, basically, any Fischl is good. Because Fischl is the only character in the game that drops a turret on the floor that accompanies all your other characters. So, like, there's not many characters in this game. Like, some of them give you an aura and give you a buff and whatever. Fischl literally gives her, like, entire kit to other characters while not being in the field. So, if I do this and I have Fischl, it's like I have two carries in the field. I have half of Fischl and I have Diluc attacking together. And then once this cooldown is up, I go and I press the ult, 12 more seconds of the bird. Then once I come back, well, the bird is going to be up again, because after 12 seconds of the ult, there's the bird again. And then if you're playing well and you have a lot of combos, you can have your ult again. So you're going to have an uptime of 100% on the bird, basically. Which is also why you need to go to Fischl every 12 seconds, and then you need to go to Bennett every 15 seconds, which is why on Childe, you don't have any problems, because you're never on Childe more than 10 seconds. So that's kind of how, that's kind of how I do it, and that's kind of worked for me, so... I mean, I do 8 stars out of 9 on the Abyss 12 right now, so I'm trying to do 9 stars out of 99. We'll see if I can do it. And if I can do it, I finished the game. I can go AFK, I guess. Flute is good on catching. Yeah, Flute is a very good weapon. It's not the best option, but it's really, really good anyways. It's far from the worst. Flute is good on anyone. I use Flute on Chi-Chi myself because it gives attack and it gives her more healing. But yeah, it's good on everyone. Look at this bird attack. There we go. There we go. Now look at this bird attack. It's insane. Like, look at all these attacks. That's the C6 Fischl for you. There we go. Can you say Scaramouche in French? I mean, I don't know how I would Scaramouche. That's how I would say it. I don't. It's not a French word. Like, it looks French, but it's like there's no French way of saying. I mean, I guess I could say Scaramouche, but that's not something I would say. I would say Scaramouche even if I'm speaking French. But I am French Canadian, so we say a lot of French words in an English accent. Anyways. My C1 Fischl luckily becomes C2 from the event, 200% attack damages. Yeah, any cancellation on Fischl makes her even stronger. That's really the thing. C0 to C5 gameplay is the most fun, exciting to me because you have to keep an eye out for the cooldown and stuff. Yeah, well, C6 is definitely broken. I wouldn't say boring, but it's definitely less challenging. Not that I have done it myself. Thank you for playing Bennett and Faye. No problem. I love these characters. They're part of my team, and I love talking about them. Who's your main DPS? Childe is my main DPS, and Diluc is my second main DPS in the Abyss. In both teams, basically. Tectone video on C6 Childe. Shit just dies by itself, not even attacking. Yeah, that's a C4, to be honest. It was funny, that Tectone video, because like he doesn't even understand how the character really works, and he's just kind of going in and attacking, and like he's using the abilities in the wrong order and whatever, but everything just dies anyways. Like, I mean, like, no offense to him at all. Like, he's a great person, a great player, but like he's obviously like he doesn't have all of the knowledge min-max about it. Like, he just got C6 because, like, he's wailing, and he's like, how does this work? I just press button, things die. It doesn't really need to understand anything. It's hilarious. Like, it's just really, like, I find it very entertaining. I love Tectone's video, to be honest. He's a whale that, like, just press buttons and things dies, and like he doesn't need to research what the utmost combo uptime of everything. He doesn't care. He's just like, this just dies and I don't care. And I like that approach, to be honest. Okay. Which is better healer, Diluc? No, Childe? No, wait. Who's the better Diluc? I can't read right now. Sorry, 1 second. The better healer for Childe is Barbara or Diona. If you have C2 on Barbara, it's going to be a very powerful healer for you because it gives you hydro damage. Diona is a great healer for Childe or anyone. The problem with Diona is she's frozen, right? She's ice, cryo. Now, cryo, if you are playing with a water character, cryo will make enemies frozen. If you do not have a Claymore or a Geo character in your party, frozen enemies will just stay frozen and you won't be able to shatter them, wasting half of the potential of a cryo character, which is basically not bad, but very not optimal. So I would probably go for Barbara in that situation for that reason. But again, Diona is going to do fine as a support healer. And if you don't have C2 on Barbara, then I would still just probably go for Diona. You got a lot of money from viewer to pull. Yeah, that's true. Sure. I mean, he makes a lot of he makes on one video, so I mean it's just how it is, right? I guess he can well because that's what people want to see, and he's perfectly fine to do it, and that's kind of how it works, you know. It's not a big issue at all. Yeah, he's very entertaining, and he's Canadian too, which is nice because I like Canadian because I'm Canadian. Not that I don't like other people. I'm just saying it's nice to see content creators in Canada because there's not a lot of us. I mean, not as many of us. What if you freeze them and use a fire support to melt them? That is good. That is good. If you're using a fire support to melt them, that's also, like, yeah, that's definitely very decent. One thing to keep in mind though is if you're using a fire support with Childe, you would much rather use a fire support to proc Vaporize, because Vaporize is the highest damage combination that Childe can ever do. But you can melt them. But the thing is, like, if your support is melting, then he doesn't have, like, you know, it's not a big boost damage because he's a support, not a main DPS. But I mean, it works. The thing is, like, you don't need enemies to be in a block of ice to melt them. You just need enemies to be cryo affected. But it definitely can work. But if you use like a Geo character to break the shield, break their ice, it would do more damage basically. But again, it's really like, it's not like you're like losing damage like crazy. It's not a big deal. It's just not the most optimal way of playing basically. 2 hydros alone will increase healing. Yeah, it's also, yeah, that's not terrible either. Whale is whale, money equal damage. It's true. It's definitely true. I mean, he has C6 so many characters by now that he just destroys everything. It doesn't really matter. Best artifact for Chi-Chi or QQ? Who's QQ? Chi-Chi? Maiden is the best. Like, the healing set is what you do on her. She's a healer. You use a Maiden set. I feel like Genshin brought a lot of great content creators that were not known before. It's true. Yeah, it's true. I mean, to be honest, when I first heard about Genshin, like, when we started doing videos again in June, we were like, what games should we cover? You know, we played a few different games and we didn't have a lot of traction. We're like, you know, let's see what games are going to come up in the future. And we did see Genshin, and I was like, yeah, Genshin looks really interesting. It looks like a Zelda kind of thing, and it has potential. So I signed it up for the beta, and we got into the beta, and then we played. And we're like, yeah, this game has a lot of potential. We'll just see how it goes. We made some videos, and you know, we were just like kind of like hoping that it would do well. And then when it released, like all our videos like just exploded like crazy. I'm like, what the hell happened? It seems like nobody knew about this game. It was kind of unknown. So we really got lucky because the ones who covered it, basically, like, this is one of the first gacha games that goes worldwide, right? Most of the players who play this game are not gacha gamers originally, right? Like, there's a lot of gacha gamers, but not... I never played a gacha in my life before Genshin, and so are many people that I've played with right now, so... It's kind of interesting how it just basically, like, came out of the woodwork as a new surprise for everybody. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy about it. Because now we get to do this for a living. I mean, we're definitely going to keep covering other games, but, you know, Genshin is definitely going to be the main game we play for a long time. And every time there's going to be content and patches and expansion or whatever, like, we're always going to be, like, obviously playing even more and stuff. So, you know, there's a bit of dead time right now. There's not, like, I can play for a few hours and have everything done and have nothing left to do. But eventually they'll keep adding and adding and adding. And eventually there'll be, like, so much to do every day. So, I mean, there's still quite a lot of things to do anyways. Let's see. Any thoughts on Zhongli from the leaks we've seen? Well, he seems like he's going to be an excellent support. Now, I don't know how good of a DPS he's going to be because they seem to have nerfed him quite heavily recently. But again, the nerf could be removed or could be changed again. So I don't actually know much. I'm going to probably use him with Petra and use him as a support. He seems amazing. But again, the leaks keep changing. So it's hard to pronounce anything because it keeps changing. Having crowd character with Childe Fischl could be interesting for Superconduct when Childe is on cooldown. Yeah, it could definitely create some good combos, to be honest. I personally prefer putting my cryo with Diluc and use a different healer for Childe. But, you know, every way of playing, it will be unique to most players. And it will just depend on what you like, you know. Like, what I'm doing right now is probably very optimal for the way I play. But if someone did what you just said by putting cryo and Superconduct and all that, they'll probably have a perfectly optimal gameplay for that comp as well. You know, every comp will have its own gameplay. It'll depend on what you have. It'll depend on what you have, like Constellation, all that kind of stuff, right? Let's see. I feel... Wait. Childe, Chongyun, Fischl, and Bennett. Is that a good team? Yes and no. The problem is, like, Chongyun and Childe do not work together at all. Chongyun's like aura does not work on Childe, so it's completely wasted when you have Chongyun with Childe. It just doesn't work because he doesn't do physical damage, so it just doesn't apply to him. So he's very good, but not with Childe, sadly. Should I pair Bennett with Childe for Vaporize or Barbara with Childe for Hydro bonus? I would do Bennett. I mean, definitely Bennett. I use Bennett myself. Barbara is good. The Hydro bonus is good, and the healing bonus is good. All that stuff. But you get more damage out of Bennett's ult than you'd get from 15% Hydro damage C2 on Barbara. And Bennett, as you said, Vaporize. So what I do sometimes is I cast the ult, then I go on Childe and I cast his ult, and then I vaporize his ult for sure because it's like everybody's on fire when I just casted my ult on Bennett, and then it gives me huge ult crits basically, huge damage basically. So yeah, it is the way that I like playing that character. Though the only problem with Bennett as a support for Childe is that he doesn't apply fire often. You know, if he's not in the field, he doesn't apply fire. His ult is really good, but it doesn't, you know, keep applying fire over time. You need to go on Bennett, but you do have to go on Bennett every like 10 seconds or 15 seconds to cast his ult anyways, so it's not a big issue, but you don't do a lot of Vaporize procs, so you make sure that when you do Vaporize proc, you focus it on the big damage that he does, basically. Which is basically his ult. What does the shiny aura on my sub badge keep disappearing? I don't know how it works, to be honest. I think it only stays for like 24 hours after you give subs, and then that's it. I don't know exactly how it works, to be honest. Bennett or Mona with Childe? I mean, Bennett's a healer. Mona doesn't heal, so if you need a healer, Bennett. If you don't need a healer, then, you know, I guess Mona, because you don't want to have two healers in the team. Honestly, like, I mean, that's the thing. Like, if you build if you build Bennett, you have to build him as a healer on top of being a support. Like, if you build him as a support, he's already a healer. Like, he heals and support at the same time. You can build him as a DPS otherwise, but if you're building him as a support, he's healing because he does it by supporting. That's why he's incredible. He gives you double value than any other characters because his buff is insanely powerful. Noblesse Oblige on him is insanely powerful, and his heal is insanely powerful. And he all does it at once. You don't need to do anything special for it. Yeah, that's one of the things that I like is like Xiangling as a support for Childe for that reason. Because with Xiangling, you basically enable more Vaporize. But I want Bennett to heal, and I don't want... Like, I don't have the luxury of choosing what I want right now sometimes in the Abyss, so, you know, it's Bennett what it is. But if I replace Bennett with Xiangling, yeah, I guess, I mean, exactly, it's good. It will enable a lot more Vaporize, but then you'll need another character to heal. So, you know, for me, I'm kind of like, you know... It is depending on what you have, like... The problem is that I don't want to put Chi-Chi as a healer in my team for the reasons I said a bit earlier. I would much rather have Chi-Chi in Diluc's team because then it enables Melt, which is amazing for Diluc. So, you know, if I put Bennett with Diluc, I have to put Chi-Chi because she's my other healer. So I don't want to put Chi-Chi with Childe, so I put Chi-Chi with Diluc, and then I don't have a choice but to put to put Bennett with my Childe because he's the only other healer I have. I mean, I could use Barbara, but I don't want to not use Chi-Chi or not use Bennett because they're like so good. It doesn't make sense. Excuse me. Here we go. Look at all this damage. That the power of C6 Fischl. Hey. There we go. Beidou, Chi-Chi, Mona, Childe team. I mean, that sounds pretty good, but is Childe your main DPS or is Beidou your main DPS? If your Beidou is supporting your Childe, then it's perfectly fine. It feels clunky playing Childe with Xiangling. I mean, it's a getting used to kind of thing. It's definitely... The problem with Xiangling is that her bear is so clunky to use. And the ult, if you're in melee, the ult doesn't hit all the mobs in melee. I also find it clunky and I also dislike it a little bit because of the You know, if the ult was going around you all the time, it would be fine, but it goes in a wide circle around you, and then you can't really melee the mobs that you're, like... I don't like it either, to be honest. It's something that annoys me, which is one of the reasons why I also don't put him with Childe. Or don't put her with Childe. Hey, am I getting close to the end of this? And the reason I'm farming so much of this is because I will need it for this weapon. I'm gonna need 6 of that. So, and as you can see, I've done this, what, 6-7 times so far. I haven't gotten one orange one. Doesn't overload bother you when it knocks enemy away from the Diluc? I mean, it does bother me, but usually if it knocks an enemy away, I'll just switch target to the closer one afterwards. But I pair my Fischl with my Childe, not my Diluc. The reason that I have Diluc in this team right now is because of the domain. That's something I kind of think all the time on the stream. I never use the same 4 characters in the same instance. Like, depending, like every single domain that I do uses a different team. Every single level of the Abyss uses a different team. So when people come and say, I have these 4 characters, it's a good team. It's good team for probably 10% of the content, yeah. But every single domain you're going to do, you're going to change your team. You're never going to use the same 4 characters. In the open world, you can, but then I use Diluc in the open world because I need to mine. Then when I need to do puzzles, I need Venti in my team. So everything changes all the time. Every Abyss level has completely different mobs, so nothing is the same. Like right now, this is a team that I've never used before except for this domain. I only use this team in this domain. And then when I do the Crimson Witch domain, I use 2 water character. Like this one, 2 water character. This one, I use 2 healers. This one, you see, I use 2 fire characters. This one, I use Venti. This one here, I use fire and Venti. Like, everything is different. Every time I do an instance or a domain, whatever, it's always a different team. So, you know, and right now, sure, I have Fischl and Diluc in the same team. I almost never do. It's only in this domain because I don't have other mobs that can deal with water. Because I don't, like, I have 2 very strong water characters in my team usually, and I can't use them here. So I use Diluc instead. And Diluc and Chi-Chi, because I have 2 healers in my team, right? I don't need 2 healers in this team. It's completely overkill, but I don't have, like, much of an option here, so it doesn't matter. Like, it's like it's really hard, but... Is Childe and Chi-Chi good? Yes, definitely. They're both very strong characters. Hey. I'm thinking of building a physical kitchen because I have Akura Fabonia. Should I Electroset or Noblesse? Well, if you're making a physical kitchen, you don't want Electroset because obviously you're not doing that much electro damage. I think if you use physical kitchen, the best thing to use, I think, could it be like 2-piece Bloodstained Chivalry, 2-piece Gladiator, or maybe 4-piece Gladiator if you're not doing charge attack, or if you're doing charge attack, maybe I don't even know, to be honest, like. What do you use if you're doing charge attack? Because you're not using Thundering Fury. I mean, some people would use Thunder Suitor, which could be okay. It's one of the only characters I can be okay with. But I don't use catching myself, so I'm not exactly sure. But I think Xeno's gonna make a guide on catching soon, and he is going to explain how to build physical damage catching specifically too. You know what I hear what I was saying is farm XP books and stuff so you can level all your characters up. It's true. I mean, you need to have 8 characters leveled up no matter what for the Abyss. So if you have 8 characters, you can do all the content. You just make sure to have like 8 different characters leveled up, right? Like, if you look at my team currently, like when I do the Abyss, it'll be, you know, I have like what, 1 electricity, 1 fire, well, 2 fire, 1 ice, 1 anemo, another fire, 2 water, and I did have another anemo here that I could use. And it was like, I have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 5 of the 6 elements here. The only element I don't have is Geo, and that's because I don't like. I mean, can you see as your character here leveled up? I only have Ningguang. Like Manuel has no constellation. She's level 0. I could use Ningguang, but she's not really fitting in my party. But Zhongli might take over here eventually for Xiangling. So, you know, I have all the characters. I can deal with everything basically. Okay. Now that this is done, let me refresh more and get all my Prima Gems to go away from my life. Okay, well, I have like a lot of gold right now. Okay, let's do a little bit of item upgrade and let's go to the Abyss. Did someone say Thunder Free Blessed? Yep, we said that, Dylan. C3 Fischl or C4 Beidou for child support? Fischl, 100%. Beidou is amazing. Beidou is great. But Beidou, you need to wait for ult to be up to have the electricity. Fischl is just too broken. Fischl is just too broken. Like, you just... Fischl enables you to have electricity with your child or your whatever character for 12 seconds or 10 seconds, and then if you ult, 10 more seconds, and then the cooldown is 25 seconds. So out of a minute, you basically have like 50 seconds where you have a bird that puts electricity on top of your normal hits. Beidou, you'll have her ult maybe once or twice in 1 minute, you know, and it'll last for 10 seconds. So you'll have like half a minute with no electricity. With Fischl, you have 10 seconds with electricity, and that's just the damage on combinations of elements in this game provides more damage than anything else by far. Is Beidou good for floor 9 and plus? Yes. Rust is good on Childe as well. Yes, Anik. Great advice. Hey, no problem. Thank you, Hassan. There's like domain that say if you superconduct, you'll die. Yeah, exactly. Later on in the game, the domains become harder and harder and more specific, and you can't use anything you want. You have to build specific teams for them, so... Yeah, it's good to have a diversified party, basically. I know that one. Yes, I know that one, Dylan. The WoW memes. I've missed the WoW memes. Okay, can I do this? I don't know if I should keep doing... How many of these do I have? I don't think I need this many anymore. I don't think I need this many anymore. I think one thing I should do right now. One thing I should do. Weapon. Enhance. Oh shit, that's the one I don't have, right? Let's see, how many can I craft of this? 7. Let's see, can I craft 7 of these? That's for tomorrow farming. Hi JM. Hi Atlas, how you doing? Let's see. Okay, let me try and... God, there's a lot of questions. I'm gonna try and answer as many as I can, but I'm sorry if I missed your question. How many of these? Okay, I got a pretty good chunk here. Yeah, there's no way I can craft a lot of these. No way. How many of this is? This is 5. So I can definitely craft... Okay, so I have enough. So tomorrow I'm gonna have to get this weapon up. Tomorrow I'm gonna have to get this weapon up. Because I could get it to level 80, but I need these stupid items. And tomorrow is Saturday, right? Yeah. That's what I want to do. Actually, what I wanted to do here is upgrade this artifact. So let me do that quickly. I mean, this one's not terrible either. This one's useless. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. So we're gonna take this garbage one that I saw earlier. Where is it? This one. Where is it? This one good? They're both okay. So I'm gonna use this, and I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use auto add the 4 stars. Okay, you should... My grandmother's trick. Lord Dylan, Lord. Hey, BP bow or blacksmith bow for Fischl, because my child has my rust bow. Well, if your Fischl is the main DPS with physical damage, then obviously the blacksmith bow can be okay, compound bow. But Fischl will do much better with the BP bow. BP bow with crit is really strong. Let's see. Nice roll. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a lot of crit damage. That's powerful. I didn't even pay attention, but I'll take it. Let's see. How do I refinement rank 2? You need to get duplicates of the item to get refinement ranks. Hello, I was wondering if I should pull my promo gem for Zhongli and Childe. Any tips? I mean, look at me play Childe and tell yourself, do you like the gameplay or not? Otherwise, wait for Zhongli and go for Zhongli. It's not going to be really something I can advise you on, because it'll be completely depending on your preference of what you like to play, kind of thing. Okay, this one is not good. This one is also not good. Oh, this one is actually good. This one is useless. There we go. Let's add a few more here. So HP on a Gladiator helmet. That's a no. Healing bonus on a Gladiator helmet. That's a no. Elemental Mastery with garbage stats. Probably a no, but I'll keep it just in case I make Elemental Mastery build one day. And attack is probably garbage, but again, you never know. Energy recharge, crit rate. Okay, this one kind probably be good. I'll try and keep some Gladiator, of course. It's not always garbage, but this one has pretty garbage stats. This one defense. This is definitely garbage. Defense, more garbage. HP attack. Pretty garbage. Okay, what is the best constellation for support official? Well, C6 is the best for support official. But C2 is pretty good. Okay, HP on the helmet, that's a no. Healing bonus on the helmet, that's a no. Look at these stats, so garbage. Let's see. Energy recharge, HP defense. It's all so bad. Any more defense pieces anywhere? No. Geo damage bonus. That could be actually interesting eventually. Who knows? Okay. Oh, HP defense and HP. We dislike that very heavily. Crit rate, defense. Yeah, I'll probably remove this one. Okay, let me see. Hi Xoraz, I'm not getting damage from the prototype. Should I roll on weapon banner for rust or wait for the refresh on shop? I mean, I would never recommend weapon banner. If you're not a spender, weapon banner is the worst odds of getting anything you ever want in this game. Weapon banner is complete garbage odds. So I would never recommend it for anyone in any situation, to be honest. But I would like save up for the star glitter. You'll probably get better benefits from that. Okay. This one's not terrible. This one's actually much better. So let's do this. Okay, I'm done with that item now. Oh, attack. That's not bad. But this was a pretty good increase. And then I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. I might... if only this was like, you know... I guess I could give it to Chi-Chi. She'll do more healing with that. But even though she would lose her... This one's actually pretty garbage if I think about it now. But I mean, we'll leave it for now. We'll leave it for now. Actually, what about Mediluk? What about Mediluk? He has 4-piece, which... And then this one has attack with 2% crit rate. So I'll probably give him this, because it's at least a level 20 item. Does Diluc want energy recharge? I mean, I guess so, right? Yeah, I guess Diluc is a more important carry. There we go. Okay. For now, at least he has full yellow items. Now we can head into the Abyssness. Okay, if I missed your question again, once again, I mean, you can ask me again if I've missed it. I'm going to try and catch up a few seconds. Hi, Vox. Nice to see you. Thanks for answering questions, too. On catching, I use Martial Artist with Berserker until I get AR30. That's really good. That's really good. Or until, like, at early levels, that's really, really good. Very good. AR45 guarantees a 5-star, but Amy is a level 90. Yes, that is definitely true. Thanks, I think no problem. Will they Zhongli story quests? I'm not too sure what you mean by that, but there is already Zhongli quest right now. There most likely might be a story quest. Yes, it could be possible. Okay. Let me drink my smoothie. Did you get that 3,000? Yeah, I got the free 200,000 more. I got it on day 1. I knew about it from the beta, so... But thank you for the... We actually have a video on that. Our first video that really blew up on YouTube was about the chest in the bank. Because we had the video released, like, before Genshin came out, or the same day, I think. I'm using 2-piece glad, 2-piece under 3 on catching until I get 4-piece under suitor with good stats. That is actually the best set. Like 2-piece glad, 2-piece under 3 is the best set on catching for the Abyss, and Thunder Suitor is better for the open world. But in the Abyss, it's actually better what you're using than Thunder Shooter. Because too many mobs have resistances, then basically means that you can't put electricity on them. Like in this level, none of these mobs will... You're never going to be able to apply electricity to these mobs. Like this one, this one you can. But this one you can, this one you can, this one you can until his shield is done. When his shield is done, he's weak anyway, so who cares? And then same thing for these mobs. When they're shielded, you'll never put Thunder Shooter's effect on it. So you'll never get the Thunder Shooter effects. Because basically, they're immune. I mean, these guys are kind of like... They already kind of like have electricity on them, but like they can't get the effect on themselves. So when they have the shield, you won't be able to have damage increase. And then when they don't have the shield, you'll be able to do it. But then it's like half the time you're basically not getting Thunder Shooter. Might as well get other sets and then have 100% of the time extra damage. But anyways. Oh, nice. The level 90 Razor guide is ready. That's amazing. Check out the link in the chat, guys, if you want to see Razor guide from Alex. Because Alex just finished his ultimate late game level 90 Razor guide. So that's up on the channel right now, guys. So make sure to go and check it out and like it. And if you even comment on it, it will really help the video blow up. And we would really be appreciative if you did that. How smooth can one E be? Dylan, stop trolling me. Is your Shao Silent Constellation 2? Yes. Any new promo code? There is actually a new promo code. I made a post about it earlier. Actually, where is that? Does anybody have the new promo code? If you have the new promo code, please share it with the chat right now. I wish the bank chat would respawn. So do I. So do I. Okay, so what am I doing here? What am I doing today? So I want to get this. So I would think I will put Diluc and Chi-Chi in this team here. Diluc and Chi-Chi. Which team has Venti? Which team is gonna have Venti? I think the first team, right? Yeah, okay, let's do it. So, actually, this one and this one. Yeah, okay, that works. That works, I think. I think that works well. Triple Archer. The Triple Archer team is actually insanely powerful together. They work so well together. Now we need some more epic music for this. There, we need some epic song for this. You guys ready for the Abyss 12? The freaking insanely dumb Abyss level. Oh, thanks for sharing the code, by the way, guys. I'll share it again. So this is the redeem code. Redeem code today. Do it now. This is a redeem code. And for the guys on Trovo who Alex just pasted the video as well, please go check it out. Please go support Alex's Razor video because first of all, it's going to be amazing and he put a lot of work into it. And if you ever want to play Razor, that video will tell you exactly what you need to know because Alex's Razor is the strongest I've ever seen out of any player. And then if you can like it and subscribe, not subscribe, but comment and stuff, it will help it blow up and then have more views. So I would be appreciative as well. Triple Archer, yeah, I know, right? Why didn't you pull for Klee? I absolutely despise Klee's gameplay. I completely hate the auto-targeting in this game, and I really don't like it. I'm stuck at 12-2, part 3. My support artifacts are lacking. Yeah, it took a long time before I could do this level. I needed to boost my Bennett and my Venti and all that stuff, and I'm still not even perfect. It is a hard level. The best set for Beidou, 4-piece Thundering Fury is actually really good on Beidou, I think. You can also do Gladiator, but I think if you have Constellation, 4-piece Thundering Fury is going to be really good for you. Is a crit damage Gladiator Helm good for Jean? It is if you have good crit damage, a good crit rate, I mean. Like if you're using 4-piece Gladiator on Jean, that means you're using like a physical damage build on Jean, and she's your main DPS. And then that means that if you have crit rate somewhere on your gear, that means crit damage is good on the helmet. When you're building for crit damage, you want 1% crit rate for every 2% crit damage. True official bow, you have 2 fire. I don't want 2 fire. I want I want 2 fire in the Diluc team, but in this team I don't need 2 fire. It's a hard physical damage piece, yeah, definitely. Okay, let me get started here, guys. Thanks, Rose. No problem. This is the most painful level of the Abyss, so nope. There we go. As you can see, the ult on Bennett is very short cooldown here. You really like just switch characters all the time here. Like you never stay on the same character for very long. And these slimes you have to kill first because otherwise they just re-shield themselves. Oh. No. As you can see, Childe does perfectly well in a level like this. When you break the shields with someone like Bennett with low cooldown. There we go. Bennett ult again, and Fischl ult again. You basically just alternate these characters. You just ult, abilities, ult. You never stop. Oops, I messed that up. I'll just do this again. See, I let him this one re-shielded again, which is like not optimal at all, but whatever. There we go. It's not easy though. It's not easy. But you just keep alternating and you just keep ulting with Bennett every time it's up. And you just keep the burst from Fischl down all the time. You break the shields and then you do fine. And then this level is very different. Because I have Diluc and Xiangling in this level. And this makes it a lot different. And obviously I just froze myself because I mistimed that. Okay. Ooh, that was a good damage. Look at all this water damage on top of it. I like that water damage. Okay. And you ult. Woo. And you kill this one. Now, one thing good to know about Xinkyu is that you only get wet when you press E for the first second. So you press E when there's nothing around you, basically. And 3-star. That's not a bad start. So slimy. Imagine being that slimy. Imagine being that slimy. My Diluc is only one constellation, guys. Which shield provider you think would do best in there? Diona is the best shield provider for Charmander 12 because her shields provide extra resistance against cryo. So if you have Diona, bring her in shield, like in this level. You forgot to bring cryo on the first half team. I never bring cryo on the first half team because I don't have 2 cryo characters. But the first half team only has wait, is the first half team the one that has 2 electro? I mean, the thing about the electro guy is I usually am able to nuke it before he puts his shield down. which is kind of like the way that I've been beating it. But I might have inversed my teams this time, so it might be a bit different. Usually, if you use Venti ult and then you like drag him down, you can interrupt his shielding and you can basically kill him before his shield is up. It's not always easy to do so, but it is something that I've been able to do consistently. I mean, consistently enough. That's your ability. This one, you try and always target the ones that are attacking the middle. So the red guy's not attacking the middle, but the blue guy is right now. So he is one of the priorities right now to kill. Every time I do the abyss. Every time I do the abyss, I like choke on something. It seems like it's my my signature move of the abyss. Okay, let's go get this guy. Damn, I'm not doing every time I do the abyss, I have to like have something that's stuck like in my throat. It is bad. Okay. So far, so good. I mean, not so good, but better than anticipated when choking. This happened the exact same time last thing too. Like last time I did the abyss, I was like choking on like some food that I had eaten. Can attack the right target, you stupid... Jesus. I'm having so much trouble with the targeting in this one. No, leave me alone. No. Man, this is not my best attempt at this level. Lord. I have had much better success at this level before, but now I'm just failing because I was choking half the level. Oh, don't kill me. Let me just heal up quickly here. The one advantage of this level is that there's no time limit, so you can take your time. When they don't attack the middle, like these mobs don't attack the middle, so I don't have any issues with them. There's only a few mobs per level that actually attack the middle. Something. Oh, Lord. Okay. Really? Get have to go underground as soon as I do my ability. There we go. Then you can recharge all your ults because there's no more mob spawning and you have no time. But 69% is pretty bad. I usually get much better. Last time I got it like at 80% when I got into the second floor, so I might have to restart this floor. Without choking this time. Okay. Try not to choke again. That's for us mortals. I mean, that was like my worst performance ever for this floor so far, but... I saw a video with Noelle main DPS. It seems like her best weapon is Serpent Spine. Yeah, Noelle main Serpent Spine does really well. Best free-to-play weapon for Childe. The prototype weapon that you can craft is pretty good, but otherwise the one from the Star Leader shop is the best. Okay, I thought you remember this level. This is level the slime. The slime is the only one who attacks the middle, so you need to kill the slime very fast here. Like the other mobs don't attack the middle. I mean, not right away. There we go. I'm just making sure my party is healed up. And I don't care about freezing because I just wanted the ult to be up here. Okay. You just don't want them to attack the middle once again. So the one over there, he doesn't attack the middle. He attacks you. And then this one attacks the middle. But if you punch his face, it doesn't. Oh, this one's attacking the middle. Obviously, you just kill them before they kill the middle, and then you're fine. There we go. Now the next mobs are two Abyss Mages. And the two Abyss Mages, one of them attacks the middle, and one of them attacks you. The one that has the aura attacks you. The aura that spawns the freeze under your face, under your feet, whatever. So that's the one that does the most damage, but he doesn't attack the middle. So if you can survive the aura, which I can because I have Chi-Chi, then it works out pretty fine. My team is fully healed right now, so the one, like, he will spawn here. The one that attacks the middle spawns here, and the one that doesn't attack the middle spawns here. So you stay here and you attack him as soon as he spawns, and then that way he doesn't hit the middle and he doesn't kill it, and then you can basically get the level without, like, taking damage. If he attacks it once or twice, though, I'm gonna be screwed because it doesn't, like, sometimes he attacks, like, right away and it's kind of, like, hard. So I'm gonna try my best to, like, prepare all my cooldowns for him. I'm gonna basically ult him as soon as he spawns. Here we go. There he is. See, so this one has a, like, the other one is gonna attack me now. He doesn't care about the middle, so I don't care about him. And I can ult them. I'll take damage. And you just want to kill it really fast so it doesn't do anything bad. There we go. Now he's dead. This stupid freaking prison. Then you get this one to stop doing his dumb shit. And then, look, the 68%. The middle hasn't taken a single ounce of damage this whole time. Now I can recharge my abilities. Oop, that's not probably what I want to do. I can heal up my team for the next level to make sure I have more ults ready. I mean, I don't have all the ults, but, you know, at least I got 3 stars on this level, which is, you know, what I wanted. And I have a lot of ults, and my team is full HP. So, yeah, there is a real level which actually would attack the middle and which one wouldn't, kind of thing. I will make a video about it eventually, but yeah. I don't care about taking damage. No, you're right. I don't care about taking damage because I have, like the Super Saiyan said, I have Bennett. You just stand in Bennett ult, and no matter what damage you take, as long as it doesn't one-shot you, Bennett ult will full heal you again, so... Okay, well, at least I got 6 star. Yeah, I just throw Phoenix at people. And I see your artifact for Diluc. You can't see them right now because I'm in the domain. We do have a guide on Diluc if you type !Diluc in the chat. Also, I'm using Crimson Witch of Flames. 4-piece, if that's, you know, more simple. Thanks for answering all the questions in the chat box, by the way. Very appreciated. Are you and your friend sharing the account? No, we both have our own account. So there's two creators. We're both of us playing on this channel, and both of us share the YouTube channel. But we both have our own Genshin Impact accounts. We main different characters so that we can basically cover different content. Yeah, and by the way, if you guys who are on YouTube, if you would like to support us even more, I would really appreciate if you wanted to check Trovo, whereas we're also streaming right now. The link is in the description. Basically, we stream on Trovo and YouTube at the same time, all the time. Trovo is a lot more of a better streaming platform, like Twitch, for example. It has a lot more like sub-gifting. It has like rating and hosting. It has like a mana system that you earn by watching the stream. And by watching on Trovo, it basically supports us tremendously because Trovo basically gives us some compensation for people watching. So if you have any way of supporting us, that's the best way you can do it, and we're really appreciative if you do so. We also have a giveaway going on right now. If you join our Discord server, which is also in the description, you can basically win a copy of Cyberpunk or 2 Genshin Impact gift packages. The giveaway ends in 4 days, and all the info is in the description. So yeah, if you guys want to support, that's the best way to do so, and make sure to go in the giveaway as well. Let's see. Let's see. Same content, different account, different units. Yeah, basically, yeah. Okay, let's get this level going, because this level is really hard. When are we gonna see the Xoraz Alex collab? Like both of you should stream while farming. Yeah, that's something I think we will look at doing. I mean, I don't know exactly how that would work, because how would we share both stream at the same time? Like screen. I would have to look into it because I'm not. I mean, we're pretty new as streamers, so we don't really know exactly how that works. But I'll have to look into it. So this is the one that I have to kill this guy really quickly. I didn't really kill him very quickly there. I was kind of like slow on that one, but I can probably do. Let's see. Oh, that's not good. Ooh. I didn't basically interrupt his casting, so that didn't really work for me. Now I'm gonna put the shield down. But you see, his shield is still taking a lot. I'm watching on Trovo. Thank you. Very appreciated. Yeah, if you watch on Trovo, you actually have high quality, and there's no ads on Trovo. So it's a lot like Twitch. It's a new platform that's growing, and it's really supportive for us. Really, really good for us. I would need to level another card character for here. But again, you know, the 9-star reward is not that impressive. Completing the level is more impressive. Like 50 Primogem I can go without. I'm not going to spend all my resources on leveling like Kaya that I don't use for anything else. Just to get 1 more star, personally. You can swirl the crowds, break the shield. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to manage, but yeah, I know what you mean. 1 second, please. Oh, there we go. Okay, so let me do it again now. As you can see, I can bring his HP very low, at least, before he does his thing. I know I can swirl the cryo shield, but the cryo shield dies really quickly, sadly. Oh, that's a fail. That's a fail. I put my Bennett ult too far, so I couldn't heal from that. Let me redo it. It is really definitely like, not easy. Swirl breaks electro shield. Well, if the cryo guy has his shield up and you swirl, it will take the shield, the cryo shield, and apply it to the electro guy. So yeah, it does work, but it's not like the most easy thing to manage. You have Childe but no Diana. I mean, I have Diana. I just don't like her much. And I mean, I haven't leveled her up much. And I didn't get a lot of constellation on Diana either. Like, Diana doesn't provide the level of healing that Bennett does. Yeah. No, so freaking hell. It's so freaking hard. Like when the guy starts wiping cryo everywhere. It's why it's hard not to break his shield first, the cryo guy, because he just starts like swiping cryo shit at you that just does 1,000,000 damage. And if it happens while you're in a prison, you're just dead. The timing is really like, you know, it's really hard to fix. Again, if you want to do this level and not like die like me, you can play a lot more careful and kite them and avoid the damage. Now, if you want to do it for 3 stars, you need to do it in 2 minutes, which is basically impossible unless you have very strong characters. I don't even think I can do it. Like, you need to make the challenge in 7 minutes. I think I can do 2 stars. I mean, I did 2 stars last week. I can't do 3 stars, I don't think. Okay, move away now. No, Jesus. I almost had it. I almost had it there. You see how much I can almost kill him at the beginning? But like, the cryo guy just comes into it and just like swipes your face with that cryo and you just die. Let's see. Ça va bien? Yeah, ça va. Ça va. Let's see. Do you know Ranton? You two is a... I don't know him. I'm assuming you're talking to me, but... Oh yeah, talking to Jake. Gotta avoid the ice spawn. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to avoid while you're like nuking, while you're like, you know. It's definitely takes a lot of practice. Takes a lot of everything. If my freaking venti stuff would like aim properly too, that would help. Oh, my official died? How the hell did my official die? This is what I hate sometimes. Like, you're not even on a character and they just die because you switched too late. The newest Razor video looks so sick. I'm glad. Xeno made that one, so I'm really happy if it looks really good. I'm glad that you can enjoy that. I just got Bloodstained Feather to level 20. 29% crit damage. Wow, that's amazing. That's going to be a very, very good feather for you. Very good. That's like insane. The music I didn't listen to realize the same. I mean, it's a it's a no copyright sound, which is a YouTube channel that provides copyright free music. So it's not literally all my music, but I actually really enjoyed their music. So yeah, I'm glad you like that kind of music because I also like it. Right, I'm trying to like optimize my damage here. There we go. Okay, enough of that. Nope. There we go. Now the cryo shield died. There we go. This is the hard part because obviously he has a bit of HP and there's no cryo guy to kill him now, but it is what it is. Die already. My lord. It takes so long to die at the end there. There we go. I mean, it's not perfect, but at least, you know, I have a minute-ish left. But I mean, there's no way I'm going to do it, but I'm going to try it for the 5 minutes. Let's see. Let's see. Diana's shield keeps you from needing as much heals. Yeah, I mean, Diana would probably do okay here, but I'm not going to invest like 2 weeks worth of resin just to level her up just to get 1 more star in a level, right? Like, 50 Primogem is not worth 2 weeks of resin for leveling material, talents, artifacts. Like, it's just not worth it. Like, it's just... She's good for this, and that's it for me, right? Like... Yeah, Barbara does kind of, like, annoy me here, too. Like, the thing with Diona is not that she's bad, it's that my Diluc and my Chichi are better in 95% of the content. But this specifically is where she would shine, but I'm not gonna... Like, I could use her as a low level and stuff, but, like, I'm not there yet. Like, I'm gonna get 8 out of 9 stars. I'm not gonna, like, go ham, just get another star. And again, even if I had Diona there, like, it would save me some seconds. But this... Doing these 2 chambers in 2 minutes is insane. Like, it's almost impossible. There you go. Oh. Let me break this Geo guy's shield quickly. It's hard to deal with 3 of them at the same time, to be honest. My lord, he just one-shotted me there. Oh. Rip. Rip indeed. Okay, I'll have to restart this one. I don't think I'll be able to make it in 5 minutes. Like, I switched my team from last week, and actually, I win this one. It's a little bit harder with Diluc, so I'll just stick around with what I have. They are so tanky, yeah. I got lucky and pulled 5 down and 54 pull. Wow, amazing. You won't need shields when petrified. Yeah, I'm actually excited for Zhongli for that reason. I think Zhongli will really help me in that level too. Oh my lord. Man, these levels are annoying. Annoying as hell. Provo hates you. What to buy official shop? You want to buy the XP and the Mora mostly. I'm interested in putting Zhongli in here. I'm interested in seeing how Zhongli will perform here. Let's see. Oh shit, that's not what I wanted to do at all. That is not what I wanted to do. Stupid ice prison. Or very stupid. You can't really make any mistake in here. Like, everything you do has to be like, if you fuck up once, you're like instantly dead. Like, they one-shot you. I'm just gonna play it more safe, I think, because I'm trying to push for the time, but I don't think I'm gonna. I mean, I'm never gonna beat the time that I had right now. Not with this team, not with the way they are scheduled, my team, or position, whatever. So it's gonna be better if I just kind of like play it a bit more safe, and I don't care if I don't do like 2-star or 1. I mean, I'll definitely get 1-star, and that's gonna be enough. Oh, that was bad. I switched character just as he was hitting me. I was trying to switch an ult so that I can take no damage, but see, that didn't work out. Zhongli is going to be a pro support. I think so too, to be honest. I think he'll be his best at supporting. I think he'll be fine doing anything else, but he'll be his best at supporting. Hello. Hi, J. Let's see. How are you doing there? 0 point. Hello. My constellation, my child is a 2 constellation. Oh my lord. And I need to like get my shit together here. Every time I try to like heal or something, like they always like just massacre me. The one thing that I hate about this game is that when you're close to a wall, your camera goes all over the freaking place and then you can't do anything. That's really annoying to me. Really, really annoying. Is this Dark Souls? It's pretty close. Sabru, hi, how you doing? I don't know if this one would be better. Crit rate or crit damage? I mean, crit seems better, to be honest, but... What do you think of Alex putting non-permanent tattoo of 6 dots on his forehead? I'm not sure he'll go for that, to be honest. I highly doubt that he would go for that. Like, can this mob come now? Like, hello? No? Okay. I'm trying to, like, use my swirl to remove his electro shield, but he just stays away the whole time. Without the bird, he'd look like Krillin. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. But again, I still doubt that he would do that. Okay. Maybe I should try and stop dying here. Like, what the hell is happening here? Jesus. This stupid ult from Venti doesn't ever grab the anymore. Like, it doesn't swirl the other thing. I should just like stop using Venti ult in this level. That's the problem with this level, is actually Venti ult is kind of useless. This is one of the downsides of Venti, is that his ult is completely useless, I mean, against big mobs most of the time. Venti getting one-shotted? Yeah, I know, right? I mean, I'm just trying to get him so that his swirl can grab both mobs at the same time, but like, because the aiming in this game is so terribly done, like, he just aims randomly everywhere, and then he just stands there and dies. Oh. There you go, that worked. Nope. That would be a nope from me. Now we gotta heal. Nope. Okay, again. The range of this attack is insane. And you have no stamina, so you can't dodge anything, which is also very annoying. It did better this time, though. Yeah, Venti ult is the worst, like... It's like if my, like... it's programmed. It's like if my dog learned programming, he would program the Venti ult better than this. Like, it's so bad. Just dash into it. I'll get it one day. I mean, I can definitely clear the level. I'm just trying to like push it, but if I'm not pressed for time, things can go better. I mean, my child is dead now. Even though I switched character way before I died, but somehow it's still died. It's also, this is like the annoying thing, is like it seems like you get residual damage if you switch character. It's not great. It is not great. The one issue that I have right now is also I'm starting the fight with my Bennett having almost no energy at all. And that makes it a little bit harder, because I don't have my healing right away in the beginning, so I can't tank the damage. No? Oh my lord. The prison always comes at the wrong time too. Oh la la, this is annoying. The thing is, like, you can see the ice cells if you look under your feet, but if there's other things, you don't see them very well at all. And the problem, like, again, if I had an ice character in this level, it would be a lot easier because I could just kill the ice guy right away, and then kill the electric guy much easier. But because I don't, I'm trying to nuke the electric guy so hard at the beginning, and that's kind of not working well for me right now. There you go. This one went better because the other guy didn't shield at all. Because you can actually interrupt the shields with like 100% effectiveness if you do it properly. The problem is that you need to like use pyro to basically do an overload, and then the overload interrupts him, kind of like this. So it kind of worked better this time, but it's still not perfect, of course. Let me just heal up here. Oh. Jesus, are you serious right now? There you go. This is how you kill it without him shielding almost. I mean, I could have done even better there. But basically, he didn't have time to shield, and I almost killed him. Eventually, there you go. Well, that went better, but it's you know, if it goes well, it goes very well, but then if it goes poorly, it goes very poorly. That was not what I want to do, but whatever. The problem here is like the falling ice is so random. Okay, I can freeze myself here. What the hell? No! There you go. My lord. Lord, this stupid ice coming from the freaking floor. Oh, my lord. I have no healer, which is sad. Oh, I'm just dead again. Oh la la, this is very annoying. I don't think I can do this without... I almost had it too. This, like, as soon as this guy's dead, the rest is easy, because then you have a healer and you have no issues. Okay. Oh la la. I wish on Clee banner for more sucrose. I wish I had sucrose, to be honest. Sucrose is so much better than Venti for stuff like this specifically. You know what I'm sad about is that my team right now is quite terrible for this. Diluc in the second team, it doesn't do as well. I would need Venti in the second team, and I kind of like switched my teams around, and it did better for the first levels, but not this level. Yeah, the falling ice basically makes your like entire gameplay completely like unplayable, which is really annoying. Oh my lord.
I have failed you.
Oh la la. Typical Frenchie. Yeah, Viridescent on Sucrose is really good. Very good. Yeah, I have the wrong team. I mean, I can definitely do the second level, but the second level I would need my archers to avoid the stagger, you know. That's the problem with this level. We're setting like every few weeks. Basically, I don't remember what it is, so when I do it, I'm like, oh yeah, that's what I needed. My freaking lord. I mean, if I don't throw myself in there, I don't do damage. So if I just want to wait outside and do no damage, I can't really do anything. Yeah, if I had Sucrose, I would like... the more I play Venti, the more I find him garbage for these kind of levels. Like, Sucrose would do so much damage here, and the Swirler would, like, help you so much. Venti just does nothing. Like, the ult aims like garbage, and it goes anywhere. And then, basically, half the time the ult just doesn't go where you want, but half the time it also doesn't do anything, because these mobs can't even get dragged. No. Holy shit. That's also the other problem is when you try switching characters and it just doesn't let you. And that's like you're just like there dying. Yeah, if you take your time, you're gonna run out of time, basically. I mean, especially if you want to try get stars, right? Yeah, Venti is very useless in this floor. I mean, actually, I'm thinking of like just removing Venti from my team when I do this kind of floor. Diona would be better for sure, but again, there's no way of stunning them. No, I mean, if you wet them and freeze them, you can stun them that way. But I mean, I don't have a freeze character, but also if you wet them, I mean, if you use like kind of, I mean, yeah, exactly. I don't have a freeze character, but even if you did, like, it doesn't always work. I mean, it's kind of like hit and miss. And it doesn't really stun them either. And look at that ult. Like, what is this? Like, what's happening there? Like, how useless is that? Well, I need the ult to, like, swirl the ice, but it just doesn't work. So I need to, like, go far. Like, because, oh, yeah, the ult is a set distance, but you don't have stamina to move in this level, so... This level, the Luke does better. And Childe does better in the other one, too. It's, like, sad. Yeah, Klee has a hard time here because you have no stamina at all. That's one of the problems with Klee, and same with like charge shot kitching. It's like you have no stamina on this level. I'm just trying to charge my ults now. One thing to remember as well is that every 2 weeks there's a different buff in the Abyss. The buff that I have this week is a buff that works only when you're shielded, so the buff is kind of useless. Like, I mean, it's very useless right now. For me, specifically, of course. And this takes forever to kill if you don't have the elements or whatever. Okay, then. Let's see. Whoever's having trouble with Childe, just use a GOMCE and you can glitch out Childe. Yeah, I mean, that's one way of doing it. Let's see. I don't know. My lord. No. Jesus Christ. Ooh, that was close. Let me charge up my ults. My god, this level. The problem is you get no stamina regen here too. It's like super awful, the stamina regen. There you go, you're frozen. Oh lord, what the... Jesus Christ. Oh la la, I hate this level. I just literally spawned in my face and one-shotted me. And then you can't get anything out of here. Like, just look at that. You just instantly get hit on. Rip. That was a bad guy. I was so close to getting it too. Rip me. This spawns in your face and triggers you into an ice lance? Like, what the hell? How is that even possible? Okay. I think I'm gonna wait until I can do it with another team, because it's gonna be much more easier. I need to switch the teams around, because it's just way too hard for nothing. If I have Chi in this level instead. Because there's only one electro guy here, so you need the ice character on here. This is how I would probably do it, to be honest. I mean, this kind of works instead, you know. I mean, I could put Venti up here too, to be honest. Yeah, I would probably do it like this. There we go. This would probably do better here. Oh yeah, no, I said I need the ice one here, right? I would just do it this way, I guess, then. How did I did last week? Let's see. It's hard to mix it all, to be honest. It's hard to balance it, I get. But, I mean, this would kind of work. Let's see. There we go. So the ice is in this team with the Luke instead, and then this team would do pretty fine. 2 water doesn't really matter, to be honest. Alright, let's see. We're wondering if this team was good. Razor, Chi-Chi, Diona, Chinkyu. I mean, it sounds pretty good. 2 ice characters with water. The only thing is, like, if you have 2 ice characters, you need to, like, freeze mobs in order to get the crit damage. But, I mean, with Jinkyu, you can do it. You just have to play around it. Will character revive in next chambers? No, it does not revive. Let's see. Hello from Germany. Can you show me your child build? Type exclamation mark child in the chat and you'll get the video that will tell you exactly how I build my child. I mean, I think this would do it probably easier. Because on the last floor, if you have Bennett ults down, at least if you're taking the spikes of the ice, I mean, you're getting healed at the same time. So it helps you a lot more. But I mean, I'm going to be level 90 to... That's small. What am I going to do? I'm probably going to wait, actually, like... Just, I mean, because it doesn't... There's no point in me trying right now if I can't get, like, 6 stars. Like, I mean, like, I don't care. The only thing that I need from this is getting the 9th star, right? I'm not going to get 9 stars, so... I will probably try... when I get AR50, and then I'm going to have level 90 characters. That would be much easier, to be honest, and much more fun to watch. I mean, last week I did it when I had 8 stars, and it was much easier, but I messed up the teams this week. I mean, I'm pretty... I'm excited to get the level 90. Then I'll be having a much better time there. I could use Kaya, but I mean... I don't need to use Kaya. Because as you saw, if I play correctly, and actually with Diluc, and like with a nice character in the first team, I would waste a lot of that time. And in the second team, you can nuke the ice guy before he does anything. And that's really what it is. Like, if you nuke the ice guy, you don't get anything done to you. Yeah, I agree with you, Vox. I wish there was like something to do that you can increase characters. Like, right now, if I want to be another character, I need to go farm talent books. I need to go farm XP. I need to go farm Mora. I need to go, like, you know, it's so many things to go farm their weapon, maybe, like, you know. I mean, I don't have a shielder, to be honest, but shielders are interesting, but the shield doesn't make you invulnerable. Like, one hit, the shield is gone. Then you have a 10 seconds cooldown on your shield. Like, it doesn't really make much of a difference. I mean, you can have 2 healers, like 1 healer, 1 shielder, I guess. But then you're lacking in DPS, and you're never going to get 9 stars if you don't have a lot of DPS. Because think about, like, when I was on the 2nd level there and I died, I had 6 minutes left. You need to do it in 7 minutes, both floors, to get 9 stars. You're never going to do 9 stars with 2 healers, or a shielder and a healer. It's just simply impossible, unless you're like level 90 with like everything 5-star like constellation up your ass. Which is the sad thing. You know, you need a very offensive team, else you'll never get 9 stars. Let's see. Ley lines in improvement. Yeah, that would definitely be a better way to do the ley line stuff. Okay. Yeah, it's not a, like, as a free-to-play, I wouldn't pull for weapon either. Because the weapon pull, like, the chance of you getting something you don't need is much higher than the chance of getting something you need, so. I hate when they freaking teleport as soon as I ult. Hi. Hi, Xiao. What's happening here? I just pressed a button by accident. Okay. Do I have more refreshes? No, I don't. I can do this one more time without... AR45, I'm using my normal resin to farm this event for XP and more. Fragile refreshes, get artifact. I need talent books from support or struggle. Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? You need, like, with this event now, you need to spend resin on it too. Thanks for the mana while burn, by the way. But yeah, you need resin. I mean, actually, that's something I haven't done today. I didn't even do any of the events resin stuff. Because I'm farming this material. But now, like, I still need to do more of the event. That's one thing I hate about the stupid event, like, needing, like, resin. It's like, now I can't farm my materials while I'm farming the event. I still need to do 7 of them. I mean, I'll do it before the event is over, of course, but like, I would much rather be farming this on artifacts right now. Yeah, that would be good if you could get good experience from monsters. At least it would give you a purpose to kill monsters. Okay. One last time for this one. Let me just check something here. Okay, here we go. Any tips for the best Xiangling support build? I mean, if you're gonna support with Xiangling, you want energy recharge and maybe elemental mastery, and then Noblesse Oblige 4-piece is gonna be very good. There's other things you could do, but if you don't have a character with Noblesse Oblige, you should go for Noblesse Oblige 4-piece. Let's do this. Childe versus Razor. I mean, they're both really good characters. But one's a 5-star, one's a 4-star. It'll depend on constellation, it'll depend on the weapons you have available, it'll depend on many things. Character experience from killing a mob is insane. Yeah, it's insanely stupid. It's so small. There we go. You think it's a waste running 2 characters with noblesse on them? I mean, it doesn't stack, so it is a waste. You need one character in your team with noblesse. The other one does not need noblesse because it doesn't stack, so it doesn't do anything at all. It's completely wasteful. I'm gonna have to use Fischl second DPS in Abyss, so what other good support I can put with Childe? Well, you can put Beidou as support with Childe. If not, I guess there's not really any other electric support that are gonna be good though. Beidou's fine. What else you can put? Xiangling is good with Childe. Xinkyu can be good if you have Constellation. Sucrose can be amazing. Venti can be good as well. There's a lot of good characters that you can put with Childe at least, yeah. Okay. Let me go see if this has respawned now. C1 Diluc versus C1 Childe. I mean, I find my Childe stronger than my Diluc, to be honest, but they're pretty strong. They're both really strong. How do you feel about those shield builds? I mean, the thing with the shield builds is that you need to have like a pretty specific team comps to make it work. I'm sure it's really good, probably even better than 2-piece Noblesse and 2-piece Gladiator, but again, you need very specific team comp. And if you're using so many Geo and characters that, like, you know, in order to make it work, you usually need 1 shielders and at least maybe 1 Geo or 1 shielder or maybe 1 of each. So basically half your team is going to be built only to give you shields. Well, if half your team is built to give you shields, then you're missing out on elements. Like, I'd much rather have overloads and electrocharge and superconducts and melts and all that stuff proc all the time than just having a very strong Childe that does more damage. Because elemental combinations do more damage than like any character. You know, of course my Childe does the most damage in my team, but elemental combination is one of the biggest source of damage from the rest of my team. In the Abyss, when there's mobs all around me, elemental combinations are like the big brunt of the damage, right? Like, mobs die without me attacking them because there's so many combos area and AoE around me. So I don't like building an entire team just like around shields, and then you're basically, your team lacks so many elements and you have almost no combination sources. If you only have crystallize and, like, you know, if you have only 2 elements and it's like Geo and water, you're not going to go far. I mean, it's going to do fine for most content, but you're going to need to change your team all the time in order to like kill some slimes and some Patsuis. Like, you need 4 different elements almost in both teams of the Abyss to do like some of the levels. I mean, I know Geo can do pretty well against some shields at least, but Geo doesn't do any damage with Crystallize, right? Crystallize is the shielding ability, not a damaging ability. And the Abyss is timed, so you need combos. You need like abilities that do damage, not that shield so much. So, I mean, I'm sure it's fine, but I mean, I'm not going to invest tons of primal gems and resin into farming just to get a shield set when the water set is coming in a few weeks, which is going to be way better than that set no matter what. So, you know, for me, it's not worth the investment right now. If you have it already set up and you have a really strong Noelle and stuff, I'm sure it can do really well, though. I'm sure it will perform pretty well, but it's just not worth the investment if you don't have everything ready already. Okay. Let me just get some little fireflies here. I'm trying to get as many fireflies as I can because it gives you it's for the condensed resin. Between the two hydro support character, which is much better for Childe, Chinkyu or Barbara? Well, if you need a healer, Barbara. If you don't need a healer, Chinkyu. But you need them to be 2 constellation to be really good at supporting. Otherwise, they don't really do anything for Childe if they don't have constellation. Thank you, Geo. I mean, you know, 1 Geo in your team with a shield and stuff can do well, but 1 Geo, like, you know, unless it's Noelle, and even then, like, Noelle doesn't proc a lot of Geo combos unless her ult is up. So it's going to be hard to keep your shield uptime at 100%, especially because you're going to be taking damage, because the game is not just going to let you take no damage in the Abyss. So your shield is not going to be up 100% if you only have 1 character shielding you. And then if you have 2 characters shielding you, well, half your team is just shielding you, and then it doesn't do any damage. And then you're lacking damage to kill the content quickly and get the timers right for the 9 stars. So it's kind of like, you know, it sounds good, but in practice, it doesn't sound that good. And it doesn't sound that fun either. But I mean, maybe with Zhongli, I'm gonna put Petra on him. It's gonna be good. I just don't think, like, I don't know. When I have the Hydro set on Childe, Bullet is gonna be less damage, even if you have a shield 100% of the time. So it's like just not gonna be worth it for me. Same with Diluc. His Crimson set of the Crimson Witch set is too good to use that. Like, Bullet is good, but it's not as good as Crimson. 40% fire damage is better than 35% damage, right? Like, I will sell my Geo coins. See you tomorrow, Jason. Nice to see you tonight. Can we see your child? I mean, sure, it's here. Here is my child. Would you invest into Bennett carry versus Kitchen carry due to power character doing well? No, Bennett is not a carry. Bennett is a healer and a support. If you have Bennett, you use him as a healer or as a support. He can do okay damage as a carry, but his potential is wasted if you're making him a DPS. He really shines as a healer and a support at the same time, which is why he shines, because he does both at the same time. I'm running Razor DPS. Should I go with 2 fire character for the elemental resonance or take Fischl instead? My current lineup is Razor, Bennett, Xiangling, Barbara. I mean, you can do fire resonance or electric resonance, but I mean, I guess electric resonance is maybe not that big. If you're running Razor DPS, you need an ice character on your team, because you need to proc superconduct to do more physical damage. So you need, it doesn't matter if you have 2 fire, whatever, you need an ice character. That's what you really need. What do you think of this team comp? Kitching, Xiangling, Chinkyu, Barbara. I mean, it sounds pretty good, but having 2 water characters, like, it doesn't really help you that much in that comp. Again, with Kitching as well, you do a lot of physical damage, so it would be better if you have a cryo character instead of 2 water. The double water doesn't do anything really good. It just increases your healing, which you don't really, like, you shouldn't really need increased healing, because most healers are capable of, like, keeping your team up if you dodge enough. Is Beidou just Chinkyu but electric? No, not really. They're very different in their playstyles. I mean, their ults are similar. Their ult is the only thing that's similar. But Beidou, like, you can use Beidou as a defensive cooldown as well, which is really good. There we go. There's gonna be a point where 4 stars can't keep up with 5 stars. I mean, it depends. 6 constellation 4 star will keep up with 0 constellation 5 stars forever. I mean, even 4 constellation 4. Like, it depends on the constellation, really. That's really what it is. I have 2 constellation on my child, yes. What team should I build for Diona? What weapon should I get for the BP? I'm not sure what team you can build for Diona. She can build any team. It will depend on what you have, what you want, constellations, weapon that you have available. She's a support slash healer that goes well with literally anything. But if the BP weapon, I don't think is good for Diona because the BP weapon gives crit. Diona's not a DPS, like she's a support, so crit doesn't really help her either. But it is a good, like, the BP weapon is a good weapon, just not for a healer. Would you put Skyward Pride on Prototype Animus on 2 DPS support Beidou? I would probably put Skyward Pride on a support Beidou because it has energy recharge, and support Beidou is about the ult, so, and it will make her ult do more damage on top of it. Do you like your HQ video? Sub, looking forward for your stream. Gotta go. Hey, thank you, Legend. I'm glad you enjoyed the video and glad that you subbed. Thank you very much. Have a nice night and see you again in the future. Is Beidou energy recharge ward as a... Yeah, she definitely works really well with the child. Very well. Fischl is better, but Beidou does very well as well. Okay, what else is here? That's it. That's all. Hopefully Xiangli fixes Geo. I mean, I think Xiangli will have a really good place in my team. For the Geo shield, the Petra set, and to break shields up in the Abyss when you need like a character that you don't have. No other characters will take 3 Green Guard down at once this easily. That is true. Child is definitely going to be hard to beat in terms of that power. Okay, that's done. This is the problem now. Like, I have done all my Risen refresh. I have nothing left to do. Like, what do I do? I don't need materials because I have farmed like tons of them. I can't farm Risen related issues. I can't farm the event because it's Risen related. I mean, I can kill Fatshuis and Rune Guards, but I do that every day and I have more materials than I need. Are you using Thunder Studio on Child? No, never. Child has 2-piece Noblesse, 2-piece Gladiator. Thunder Studio on Child is garbage. I mean, Thunder Studio is garbage on everything but Ketching. Because you need the mob to be affected by lightning all the time for Thunder Studio to give you damage. And if you're playing a character properly, you're going to be proccing elemental combinations way too often for the uptime to be anywhere near 100%. Like, my Child pops water every time he attacks. Even, like, I have electricity out in the field, but, like, this mob is not affected by electricity half the time. Because every time, like, look, he died without electricity on him. Because every time you prop electro charge, after 1 second, after the dot is over, electricity goes away. And then it needs to be reapplied. But then, like, once the... I mean, you know, you can keep switching and stuff. But, like, once I use a fire ability, then it'll be overload. The electricity will go away. So, like, basically, half the time that I'm fighting, there will be no electricity on the characters. Basically meaning that I'm doing... like, not the same amount of damage. It sounds good in practice, but it really isn't good. The only character that benefits from Thunder Studio is Ketching because she applies electricity, like, with all of her attacks really quickly. And it's only good out of the Abyss. Because in the Abyss, there's too many mobs who don't, like, they are immune to being applied electricity. Basically, like, Pyro mobs, water mobs, I mean, any mob. Like, any mob but electric slime will be immune to electricity. Like, any slimes but electric slimes will be immune to electricity, because when you put electricity on them, it just procs a combination, like a combo. It doesn't actually keep electricity on them. The same is true for these guys when they put their shield up. They can't be affected by elements when their shield is up, even if it's an electric shield. And then if you do physical damage to them, they don't take damage. So I find that this suitor pretty lackluster, to be honest. Only Ketching can use it, and Lava Walker is like garbage on every single character, because Crimson is much better. Like, look at electricity. It keeps going away. Like, I press this, look, disappears. It comes back while the Oz is up, but basically every time I attack and it disappears, I'm like not doing the extra damage. And the same is true for any character that you're playing. Like, unless your team is 2 Geo and 2 Electro, it won't really stay on anything. And even if you do that, every time you crystallize, electricity will be taken off, right? So every time you're gonna have to reapply it to do more damage. It's just the uptime, the damage. Like, people have done intensive math about it, and it's always like lackluster. You always lose DPS, even though you think you're not. Thunder Studio on C4 bait, no, Thunder Studio on anyone but Ketching is garbage. It's not okay. I shouldn't say garbage, because it's not complete garbage on characters like Beidou and Fischl, for example, their main DPS. It's just not as good as the alternative, I should say. Because there's too many mobs in this game that you won't be able to apply it on. And then there's the mobs that you can apply it on, like, it's not like it's still, I mean, it's gonna be maybe a slight DPS increase, but overall, over your like hours of gameplay or over the levels of the Abyss, you would have done more damage and cleared the content faster by using another set. And the problem with Beidou is that she doesn't apply electricity that easily. Like, her E has a long cooldown and her ult has a long cooldown, so when they're not up, she doesn't apply electricity, basically. And then, you know, basically, if like you're spending half your time without electricity applying, then if you have a fire support, then you proc overload, electricity is getting cleansed all the time. If you have a water character, proc electro charge is getting cleansed all the time, so you're losing the effect. It just doesn't stay as much as you think it does. Wait, let me go back to some different tweets here. Should you run 2-piece Glad, 2-piece Thunder for support DPS, or 2 Blood, 2 Thunder? I mean, it depends on who's the DPS. I mean, Fischl, I run 2-piece Glad, 2-piece Thunder Fury. Like, this is really good, right? Like, it gives 50% electro damage, right? Which is really good. It's only like 20% less damage than Thunder Suitor. And then, like, this gives it 18% attack, which equals into some kind of damage, especially for Fischl because of her constellation. And the other thing that's really good is that basically when you apply electro charge, for example, as an electric character, that means the mob had to have been affected by water, right? If you want to have your Thunder Suitor proc 35% damage while you're on the electric character, you need to have water on the mob when you proc electro charge. Because if you have electric on the mob, then you go on a water character to proc electro charge, well, then you're not on your electric character, so you're not doing the 35% damage. You don't have the set equipped. And if you go on your electric character and there's water being applied, well, then you're basically proccing it with like your electric character, but like water has been applied before. So when you're proccing electro charge, it means that the character was not affected by electricity, because you had water on him in order to proc electro charge, right? So basically that means that the Thunder Suitor is not boosting the damage of electro charge. Your electro charge is not boosted by 35% damage. When you have Thunder Suitor, Thunder Fury, it always boosts by 15% at least, you know. It applies to like everything instead. And if you're playing Fischl as a DPS, well, you're sure you can probably do well with Thunder Suitor because you have the bird Oz all the time. But if you're playing Fischl as a DPS, I mean, she's a physical DPS, right? With electric damage from the bird. But like the main DPS Fischl needs a physical damage because her main attack is going to be physical, right? It's the bow shot. Well, then if you have physical damage Fischl, you need to do proccing Superconduct. Because that's how you boost physical damage. So then again, Thunderstudio wouldn't work very well if you're proccing superconducts all the time, because then it would be cleansing it, and then you'd be having an ice character instead. And like, there's so many reasons why it's not really good, to be honest. And there's like pages and pages of like people who have like theory crafted it, and they all come to the same conclusion. And this fat guy start falling down. What I'm saying is either bow will work for both, but I'd go BP on Childe. Yeah, the BP bow on Childe is really good. I have Childe in the look. What team do I need for the rest of the only 4-star? I don't have his Bennett. I mean, I can't just go through all the characters and make 2 teams for you right now. It will depend on what you like. It will depend on Constellation, the weapons you have available for you. There's so many options. Like, what if I only use Fischl for Oz and nothing else? Is Thunder boost damage set? Well, this is what I do with my Fischl. I use her for Oz and nothing else, and this is what I do. Electro damage, because that's what the Oz does, and then attack, because Oz scales up her attack. Then you want crit on these items, because Oz can crit. So you build her as if she was an Electro DPS character, because you're basically building Oz as a DPS character. It's kind of how you have to see it. What do you think about rerolling? Is it worth it? Not anymore. I mean, it's still doable, but it's gonna take you 10 rerolls to get anything. I mean, it's gonna take you tens of hours. Just play up. Like 4-star characters are fine. You don't need to reroll. Your official is C6? Yes. What do you think about Mona with Childe? I don't have Mona, so I don't exactly know how it would work. But I don't think it would be bad, to be honest. Let's see. He goes out on a Friday night anymore. Like Constellation, well, that's really good. Casting with Constellation is really powerful. Does anything with Childe's Econ as a one attack? Yes, it does. That's why Rust is good on him. Yeah, if your visual is C6, attack percentage will be better because C6 scales with attack. Yeah, Childe is really good, yeah. I think Childe is like one of the best carries in the game right now. And at C6 with the Hydro set, he will be probably the best DPS in the game. Should I use C2 Fischl or C0 Beidou as a main DPS? I mean, you can use Beidou and then use Fischl as a support for your other team. Because Fischl does really good as a support, and Beidou does really good at anything. But you can use either or, to be honest. But I would probably use Fischl as support and then use my Beidou as main DPS. Even if she sees 0, she's fine as a main DPS. And you need 8 characters, right? So you can have them in different teams. Actually, even in the same team, they would do fine. I can't go on Friday night. We're on quarantine. Yeah, I mean, not many people are like that. Klee as main DPS, I have R3, Mapamar is what's better. On Klee, you need a weapon with crit. And then Klee is an amazing main DPS. Yeah, both weapons are definitely okay, but there's better options. But yeah, if you have any weapon with crit, the BP weapon, like any of the weapons that, I mean, any 5-star, the BP weapon, anything with crit, you'll do better on Klee than any other weapon. Because you want crit on Klee. Is Beidou viable in the Abyss? Every single character in the game is viable in the Abyss. There's not one character that's not viable in the Abyss. So yes, the answer is yes. Time to grind Geoclus on my Smurf. That sounds very painful. Good luck with that. I'm glad that I never have to grind any Geoclus in my life again. Happy with Xoraz and a dog. No doggo. One day. What's better, Skyward Harp or R5 Rust? Yeah, Skyward Harp is the best. R5 Rust is going to perform better in the early game. But when you get your weapon to level 80 or 90, Skyward will still outperform it. My child artifact is 2-piece Noblesse Oblige, 2-piece Gladiator. And if you type !child in the chat, you will get a link to a guide that I made on him. And if you need more details about like the stats on the artifacts and the way I build them and stuff, it will be all in the guide. It'll be good soon that I get a world level increase, because this content is like so easy right now. I don't even have to like look at my screen. That thing just dies. Okay, well, I'm pretty much out of content to do now. What do you think about Jean C0's mid DPS compared to Razor? I mean, if you build her with, like, if she has a good weapon, like, if you manage to get a good weapon with physical damage, it will do very well. Like, Jean is going to be fine as a main DPS. Razor is going to be probably as good, though. And, you like, Razor as a main DPS and Jean as a support for him will probably do really good as well, or as a healer for him. But there's not going to be issue with Jean as a main DPS. She's very fine. And say I haven't seen the look at C6, but C6 Charles is amazing. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've never seen C6 Diluc yet. I've never seen anybody play C6 Diluc that I know of. I mean, I guess because he hasn't had a Raider banner, it's a lot harder to get C6. This will be interesting because it will make it so that his E does so much damage. And this is good for increasing attack speed. It'll be interesting when we get there. Nice. Cutting the grass. So I wonder... Once I get level 90 my characters, then I'll be able to level up some other characters. So I can't wait for that to happen. I can't wait to get a world level increase. Well, level 50 basically. I have to learn to play her. She has a very strong charge attack. It's like Diluc. That's like a fun attack animation too. Because I need to make a guide on her soon. Thanks for subscribing, guys. It's a waste not to use her, but like I need to level her up so that I can get good footage for a guide, you know? Love from India. Hey, thank you. Love from Canada. C6 clip up ult. Everyone gets their ult back. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. C6 clear. I mean, C6 any 5-star is insane. I need to like gear her. I don't know how I would gear her. I would probably do... I don't know, like what's the best in slot for Beidou, like as a DPS dealer? Is it Gladiator or is it Thundering Fury or is it 2-piece of each? Because I'm not exactly sure. I know as a support there's a lot of options, but... Should I pull for Childe? I mean, if you want Childe. Let's see. Can you show your official Xingling and Childe artifact? I can show them to you quickly, yeah. So my official uses 2-piece Thundering Fury and 2-piece Gladiator. And my Childe uses 2-piece Noblesse Oblige, 2-piece Gladiator. And my Xiangling uses 4-piece Noblesse Oblige. Because she's a support. If you want more details about the artifacts, you can go check my guides. I have guides on all these characters. You can type their exclamation mark and their name, and then you'll have a guide linked to you right away. Apparently it's Gladiator. I mean, Gladiator definitely seems like it will do a lot of damage, but the thing is, like, when you have a lot of Constellation, she does more and more electro damage. So I think Electro set might be better than Gladiator. Like, so much more of her damage comes from electro damage here. Electro damage here. You do more electro damage here. You have a shield. I mean, I guess that's a shield. That doesn't really matter. And then this one here, we get electro resistance to the enemy decreasing. So that means you make more electro damage. So that's really cool too. When you take damage, your normal attacks do electro damage. So basically everything you do does electro damage. So I feel like with when I get 6 Constellation, I should build her as a electro damage dealer, right? I should build her with like Thunderbird, right? Then I would get like electro damage here. I mean, I could swap my artifacts with Fischl and just use her to make a... Because I'm not going to build her fully. Like, I would just build her to make videos with her, I guess. I mean, I could level up another artifact set and everything, but I don't have... I mean, I guess I could level up like one of these sets. I mean, this one's not bad. Then you get crit, I guess. Crit here. I mean, crit is always the best. Let's check the Net Casuals headquarters. That'd be nice. Full electro damage, so counter E build. I mean, I'm just not sure if I would be doing 2-piece this set or 4-piece. Because the 4-piece doesn't really help her that much, but it does help have her E cooldown, I guess. But then you're not really proccing overloaded and electro charge that much if you don't have supports that are proper. I mean, I guess you can build your team around it, but I think I would do 2-piece Thundering Fury and then 2-piece Gladiator, I guess. That's kind of like the most basic. Artifact from the Star Abyss, open it better AR. No, it doesn't change anything. You can open them right now. Hard to time well, yeah. Thunder Fury and Bloodstain. Well, Bloodstain wouldn't really work well for her because at 4 Constellation, her normal attack will do electro damage, right? Or does it... Like, does this turn her normal attack into electro damage, or does it just extra damage that has electro on top of it? I guess I can test it out. There we go. Level 40 Beidou ready for action. Let's go kill some things here. I did try her out before, but I never tried her out much. She's very technical play. Yeah, she is very technical. Yeah, I haven't made a guide yet. So, how do you get many artifacts? I mean, at level 45, you drop one every time you do a domain. So I used all my primal resin at level 45. Yeah, all my resin that I had saved up, like all the, what is it called? Primal resin? Yeah, whatever. The item that gives you resin. I had like 40 something saved up when I was level 45. So I used it all on artifacts. Okay, so I want it to damage me. Hit me. There we go. Now, do I do electro damage? Oh no, okay. I do physical damage, but there's electro damage on top of it. Interesting. That was nice. I don't think I timed it properly, though. I don't even know how to tell if you time it properly. Like, you need to time it as it hits you, right? Oh, that was a fail. Yeah, that definitely didn't trigger the perfect one, right? How do you even know if you have the perfect one? Interesting. It's really, like, obnoxious to... I see, it took so long before he attacked me because he was in the air. How do you, like, get the animation? I guess you have to learn animations of everything? It was perfect? That's 20% separate damage. So I guess Bloodstained Chivalry would be okay, I guess. Because then you get a lot of damage on her auto attacks if she's a main DPS. Nope, that's a big fail. She's gonna be very powerful at like... There we go. I know that the fire on the ground definitely does that. Come attack me. Attack me. Stop backing up into a wall and attack me. Well, if you don't attack me, how am I supposed to trigger my thing? There's a huge lightning strike around you? Interesting. That was not it, right? The 19k was a crit. Whatever. When a big purple slow aura pops up, that's perfect. Okay, let's try. Let's see. Need ascension. Oh yeah, that's the thing. That's the problem. Is she's level 40, not 60. So it won't show up because I don't have this. Yeah, I would love to build her, but then I don't have a room for her in my team. That's the problem, right? Like, I have Diluc and Childe now, so why would I build... I mean, I could build her as a support, and she would do okay, but I mean, like, her potential as a... Like, her Constellation make her so strong as a main DPS, right? Like, this won't happen. Like, this won't happen if she's a support, because she won't do normal attacks. And then... I guess this probably works when she's a support, even if she's not on the field. I don't know if would this work because Stormbreaker is on, but she's not on the field anymore. So I don't know if the Constellation would apply anymore. This probably applies, though I guess, so maybe so. And when you ult, you get a shield. That's actually pretty good. Does the shield carry over to other characters? Probably, right? Yeah, it definitely applies. Okay, let me go and attack these mobs quickly. Oh, the shield gone. Wow, look at that electric damage though. 3000 every time. Now, the other problem is that her ult is so long cooldown. You need a lot of energy recharge gear, I guess, right? Make her a good support. It's really hard to time that E properly though. I mean, I guess you don't always have to time it properly. You can just like dodge and take a lot of damage. Need a bit of training. See, I did it way too early there, right? Or did that work, or was that too early? Because it seemed too early to me. Like, I don't know how much of the lead time I have. Like, so this one was perfect, right? Interesting. That still worked. That one was perfect, I think. It's hard. I can't tell yet. Seriously? There you go. Interesting in the Abyss floor 12. Shield is nice for taking a bit out of stamina. Animal Boxer. Oh yeah, I guess you can dodge the Animal Boxer stuff and you just like press E, right? Because then you can stack up a lot of damage, I think, with the ults. Yeah, Chongyun. I mean, yes, but he's level 1. Attack me! He didn't even hit me. Like, what the hell? Yeah, I guess with Thundering Fury, when she's a main DPS, you're right. She just has the cooldown all the time, right? Chongyun, no, Chongyun does not work with Childe. Many people have tested it before. Chongyun and Childe do not work together. Because Chongyun only turns like physical damage or normal attacks that have no elements to them into ice. But because Childe's attacks already have elements to them, it doesn't like work. My Oz is like so weak right now. No gear. Now, one thing I could test is like Beidou ult with Childe. Now that would be fun. Thanks for following the channel, Jack. Just tap E and don't keep it. You'll see with the normal fast counter without being hit. Yeah, I mean like this, right? Attack me. Hello. Oh, and I failed. Let me do this. Excuse me. Any day now. I guess if I'm standing in water, I'm just gonna be frozen here. There you go. Oh, fell. Okay, well, fuck this shit. Bye. It's interesting though. I'll definitely have to practice some more and eventually level her up if I want to make a guide about her. Yeah, I can see that the ult be being good on Childe, but then you need a lot of cooldown reduction for it to work well, and that's the issue. Is like then she doesn't do a lot of damage. I mean, she won't do as much damage if she's full cooldown reduction, I guess, but it still work well. But it still won't be as good as Fischl E with C6 Fischl, but I mean, it's still gonna be good. That worked, right? That was a perfect counter. How much time do you have to like do it properly? I don't even know. Like even if you don't do it the exact second, it seems to be working, right? How have you built your Childe artifact-wise and weapon? Type !_ Childe in the chat, and you will get my full guide on how I built Childe. I mean, he has Skyward Harp and 2-piece Invisibility, piece Gladiator, but there's more information on my guide. Pretty sure you held it. Any other mobs around here? No? Still good damage if you just press it though. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I definitely failed that one. Our charge attack is pretty good though. And rip. Rip. Hey Jim, hi, how are you doing? How are you doing? You can't hold it at all, gotta be quick parry, test on a rune guard. Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely have to. Obviously, she's still not, like, she's still level 40, right? So she is going to get wrecked a little bit. But I will keep trying for sure. I got R5 Rust and R2 BP bow. I'm really confused which one I should build for Childe. They're both really good. if you have really good gear with a lot of crit, Rust R5 will probably do more damage for you. But if you don't have a lot of good gear with a lot of crit, then just go for the BP bow. I need to find a rune guard. But I killed them all. There's some over here, I think. Made you C6 but Serpent Spine, nasty combo. Yeah, it seems pretty cool. The best combo is Childe and Diana. Not really, because if you freeze enemies and you don't shatter them, it doesn't do so much damage. It's not bad though. I guess I won't test on that guy. That guy's annoying. Oh yeah, this guy's easy. Can I use Flute on Jean? Yeah, that's really good. That's a really good weapon. Did you delete all the previous stream? I didn't delete them. We unlisted them to reduce the spam. If you go on our main page on YouTube and you look at our channel, you will see playlists on the main page. And one of the playlists is all the streams. So you can search by playlist or search, go into our playlist and look at the stream playlist. And all the streams are into the playlist for streams, basically. Lisa instead of Beidou as support. I don't really like Lisa instead of Beidou. I don't think I would use Lisa. I mean, I guess if you have Constellation, she's probably pretty good, but. Not sure if I haven't told you yet, but you can put the ground on fire. Yeah, I know you can put the ground on fire, yeah. I'm Little Rune Guard. I have built Official DPS with Skyward Harp, rolled Childe. What do I do? I only have Rust and Skyward Harp as good bows. I mean, you can use Skyward Harp on either or. It's very good. Oh, that's a fail. I did too early there. So Rust is really good only on main DPS, and Skyward Harp is the best in slot for support official and for main DPS Childe. So I mean, you can build both. It's not gonna be bad, but obviously Skyward Harp is better on Childe. I mean, it's a tough choice. I mean, the best kind of option there would be to use Skyward Harp on Childe and then use Rust on Childe and Skyward Harp on official. But like, I know Skyward Harp is gonna be better on Childe. So I mean, there's not really any solutions. Like, it's gonna be just not optimal, but it's not bad because it's two great weapons. Okay, let me try again without failing this time. Oh, that worked, right? Ooh, that was nice damage. No, I do fire damage because I'm into Bennett's ult. But can I tank this? The answer is no. I mean, I guess I tanked it a little bit, but not enough to... Ah, my loot. No, 1 second, guys. Oops. Sorry, my chat disappeared. There we go. Yeah. Well, that's interesting, though. I'll have to test her more, of course. I'll have to test her more. But I am pretty... I mean, I know that she's amazing. Like, I've always known she's amazing. I just didn't... Like, I don't need another Claymore DPS character in my team. But, yeah, I'll have to test her more. The Electro procs on Childe's attack beside... Yeah, I mean, it definitely seems pretty good. The problem is that it's, like, the cooldown on the ult just seems so long. Like, she needs 80 energy for her ult. And even with full energy regen, I'm sure she's gonna take... I mean, I guess you swap on her and then you do her E. And you regen a lot of energy because she hits a lot of mobs. It's definitely a lot of skill to learn. I have 2 R1 Rust, Childe, and C2 official. Should I refine 1 Rust? I mean, Rust is really only good on the main DPS. So you don't really need 2. But if you don't have anything better, then it's better to have Rust than a crafted weapon. You think Child Constellation are worth whaling or C0? C0 is definitely good, but C6 C6 Child is gonna be the best DPS in the entire game. But it's obviously if you like, you know, C2 is really big power spike. C4 is another big power spike, but C0 is also decent. Is it worth whaling? I mean, depending on who kind of whale you can be, but it's also not necessary to whale to make him like viable. Beidou is my main DPS while Mona is a secret weapon. Beidou ult with Mona basic attack. Yeah, that sounds really good. Does Bennett need attack or HP on his goblet? Hello there. HP for Bennett. Hey dog. Yeah, for Bennett you want HP on the goblet because he's healing and it scales off his healing. That's what I have. How does Bennett work? I'm really interested in him contributing into my team. I would suggest you type !Bennett in the chat and you go and check out my Bennett guide because I talk into detail about it out there. Thunder Free Reset will really help in her 80 energy requirement. Even if she's a support, though. If she's a support, like, she doesn't really get to do a lot of the proc, right? She's not in the field a lot. And Thunder Free doesn't work if she's not in the field. So that's kind of what I'm wondering. Level 40 versus 80 plus Wound Guard. Yeah, I mean, that was pretty good. Yeah, her old shields. Yeah, I'm gonna, like, when I get C6, I'm definitely gonna try it out. Is it alright if I use Rust bow for Child until endgame? Yeah, it's perfectly fine. Rust is one of his best options. Definitely one of his best options. If you perfect counter, she gets a lot of energy back. Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, I'm gonna pull more Child constellations soon, and then I'm gonna have Beidou probably C6 pretty quickly, pretty easily there. And then I'm gonna make a guide on her, and we'll see. Worth investing in C0 Bennett? Yes. Any kind of Bennett is worth investing. He's amazing. Is Mona and Child good together? I don't really know because I don't have Mona, but I think they can be good, but I don't like double water myself. Beidou support is basically quick swapping to Beidou for counter. Yeah, basically quick swap and then you have your ult and you just break the ult. I might consider it if I build her up and she does pretty decently. I might consider it instead of like Venti or something, because obviously Venti in the Abyss is so garbage at level 12 and stuff. I mean, once I get AR50 and I can level up characters level 90 and then I have like a good solid core, then I can start leveling up other characters, because 90 is like the max level anyways, so I can start leveling up characters for like later term usage, like, you know. So I'll look into it. I'll definitely look into it. I love Baidu. Be. Is that your dog? Yeah, that was my dog. Yeah. Bennett is God. Yeah. Is Fisher and Diana a good match? Yeah, why not? They do proc superconduct, so if you proc superconduct with them, you want to have physical damage in your team, but it's not like necessary either. It'd be good. Is it worth to invest in C0 Sucrose? I mean, if you have no animal support, Sucrose is the best one. Other than Venti. But I like C0 Venti, C0 Sucrose. Venti is probably going to be slightly better. I mean, and depending on the levels in the Abyss and stuff, like, Venti is going to be better in most content. If you have Constellation on Sucrose, I think she's better than Venti. But if you have no other animal support, if you don't have Venti, then Sucrose is the next best thing. And you definitely want at least one animal support in your team. It will really help you. So yeah, I would go for Sucrose. I've been using Child with C3 Barbara. C2 Barbara gives... Yeah, that's a really good one. I'm trying out Beidou, Kaya, Bennett, Shinkyu. That sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty good. Awesome stream, very helpful. Hey, thank you. Thank you very much. Bennett is better with Diluc or Child. He's better with either or. He's really good with both. If you have a lot of Constellation, he's better with Diluc, I guess. Because the 6 Constellation really boosts Diluc more than Child. Because it doesn't work on Child. But, you know... He's a healer, so he's good with anyone. I use him with both, depending on the team that I'm doing. Bennett or Diana with Child. I would probably... I mean, again, Diana is going to be good with Child, and you're going to freeze enemies, but if you don't shatter them, it's kind of like wasted potential. Bennett will boost the damage of Child a lot in the ult, and Bennett will also heal. Bennett will apply some vaporize effects for you. So I kind of prefer Bennett, but Diana is also very, very fine. Is there a trick on aiming Venti Burst? No. The game is programmed very poorly for Venti burst and a lot of burst. The only trick I can give you when you're aiming ults is basically it will target the closest enemy to you. So, you know, for example, if this guy is an enemy and this guy is an enemy, like if I'm here, like it'll target this guy. So it'll aim in this direction, like from you to this guy. So if I'm here and I want to ult this guy, but somehow there's an enemy behind me, like this dog here, like, and it's closer, like Venti's gonna do a 360 and freaking attack this guy and ult this way. So, you know, if you want to ult this mob specifically, you have to go into range and then aim yourself. Okay, I want to ult this way. I'm gonna go behind him, then the ult's gonna cast this way, right? But like if there's mob all around you, sometimes you'll just turn around randomly and aim. It's really, really terribly programmed, but it is what it is. Oh yeah, the tower thing. Yeah, the tower is annoying. Is there? It's hey, my team is Razor, Fischl, Chichimona. Would it be better to replace Fischl with Xiangling? Yeah, I mean, when you have Razor, basically it is good to have fire to proc overloads, and 2 electricity doesn't really boost it so much. So yeah, it could be really good. The Cross, you are. Hey, thank you. Thank you for the $20 donation. Thank you very much, the Cross. That's a really cool emote. I didn't even know you could put emotes like that on YouTube. That is amazing. You are amazing. Thank you. Glad that you are enjoying, and thank you for the donation. Very appreciated. Very nice of you.
You know, there are better ways to
Okay, this little like guy dancing. I like this guy dancing. That's cool. What is that even called? It's like a super sticker, I guess. That's nice. But yeah, thank you very much. I really enjoyed that. That's the first time I've seen this sticker, so I can really I really enjoyed looking at it because it's really cool and it's like just dancing in my screen now. I hope this game gets a lock-on feature. Yes, me too. Me too. Ningguang is probably better than Zhongli as a main DPS. Probably yes, with Constellation 1 especially. But we don't know enough about Zhongli yet to make a full decision on that. Not yet, at least. Hype for the YouTube dono? Yeah. Thanks, Super Saiyan. Can Razor be a sub DPS? No. Razor is either a main DPS or he's nothing. Because he doesn't really support well. Like, he can be the DPS of your second team, but he has to be the main DPS of the team. Can I see a child build? If you type !child in the chat, you will get linked to a child build that I made, a video. But this is what I have on him right now. Basically, I have hydro damage and crit. Basically, that's what I'm focusing on. Does Bennett ult apply pyro fast enough to trigger vaporize? Well, Bennett ult apply pyro once to every mob it hits. And then if you switch on Bennett and you on a child and you ult, you'll do vaporize. But Bennett doesn't apply pyro constantly. Xiangli is better at applying pyro constantly. But Bennett buffs with the ult, with the damage, and the healing kind of makes him really strong anyways. I have 5,000 Primogems. Should I get pity on Childe away for Zhongli? I mean, you want Childe or Zhongli? Either or, they're like, you know, it's gonna be completely up to your own like liking there. It doesn't. I can't tell you what you need. I can't tell you what you'll enjoy more. Is Ning, Fischl, Qiqi, Xiangling, and Childe Beidou? But that's a lot of characters. Ning, Fischl, Qiqi, and Xiangling. That sounds pretty balanced. Childe, Beidou, Bennett, and Barbara. The only thing I would suggest is that the fact that you have Bennett and Barbara in the same team means you have like 2 healer in one team, and you don't really need 2 healer. I would even replace Barbara with another like, kind of like support DPS, even like a Diona, something with a shield maybe, so that's more like support slash healer instead of just pure healer like Barbara, because Bennett heals plenty. You know? I just found the giant ice flower. I'm scared. This giant ice flower. Don't be scared. It's not that scary. I don't know if Zhongli is as good as Childe. Well, that's a problem. Nobody knows. Nobody knows because Zhongli is not out yet. Hey, K-Guide. Nice to see you. Thank you. Nice to see you. Wait, I wanna try something. Let me find some mobs here. There's a mob here. I need to regen my energy here. And for a level 40, she hits pretty hard. Beidou counter on burning grass though. Yeah, I know, right? There. No. Put fire. Put fire. Ooh. That was satisfying. Okay, another mob over there. There we go. I guess you can also do perfect counter, right? You just press E once on the burning grass, right? Nice. Okay, now the ult is ready. Now the ult is ready. Just tap. Yeah. I figured it out eventually. Now let's see what we can do here. Beidou, physical good or not? I mean, I think it can be decent, but there's a lot of electric damage from Beidou as well, so. People will not stop picking characters because they do like 5% more damage. I definitely agree with you, 100%. Okay, let's see what we can do here. First, we'll do this. Then we press this. Then we press this. Look at all this damage though. Like the electro charge, it's really hitting hard at least. I guess that also hits AoE, so it's like really good there. I mean, it's definitely not as powerful as my official damage, but she's also level 40. No, I don't have resin. It definitely seems pretty good though. Because it's more damage. And then if there's a lot of mobs, I guess it bounces, right? It's like a chain lightning, right? Can I see what artifact on Beidou? I mean, I'm only using my official gear, which is 2-piece of the electro set and 2-piece gladiator. But it's not like something I would say I recommend you doing right now, because I'm just trying Beidou out right now. I'm like trying her out. She's level 40. So I will make a guide on Beidou shortly in the next week or two. So, you know, stay tuned for that. Level Beidou can't compete against level 80 mobs. My level 40 is doing well. 5% is 5%. I mean, definitely is for whales, but for small players, you just do what you have, and you can do well and do anything with any character. Two-piece glad, two-piece underfree. That is what she has right now. That is what I'm using right now. But I will look into it further. I will do more research before I make my guide, of course. And I will recommend many different builds in my guide, depending on many different situations. As usual. How do you see her name card? Guess you have to go in name card. Where's Beidou? That's a cool one. Diona. What is this one? Where'd you get this? Childe. Oh, that's a pretty cool one too. Only. I like this one. Yeah, this one looks pretty cool. I'm gonna have the Diluc one soon. There it is. I'm gonna have this one soon. I'm almost level 10 with Diluc. Beidou is a lot underrated. I do agree. I think Beidou is really underrated. The thing with Beidou is not only that she does really good damage, is that she also has very high survivability capacity. She basically has defensive capacities, right? Like her E will make it so that you take less damage, which in itself is like kind of like having a part support, part healer, right? You're preventing damage. You don't need to heal damage that you don't take. And not many characters have abilities that will save them from damage. And I find that really powerful, to be honest. There we go. Craft all we have. Let me see my inventory. What do I have? What is there? So I have a lot of these. I have a lot. I bought the ones from the shop, so obviously it helped. Like the event shop. I have one here. I have a lot of these too as well. I could craft a lot of weapons. Not that I've been using all my stuff, so they work anymore. Okay, let's use these. Barge, Feather Harrow, Gladiator Nostalgia, Conductor Top Hat. Get rid of all these free artifacts. I want to check how much enhancement materials for weapon I have. Where is it anyway? What does it show? Here it is. For 800. Ooh, I have a lot. I can get like 3 weapons level 90. That's pretty good. I might stop doing it. I mean, I might stop turning my crystals into it. I still need 2 days before I get AR50 though. Hey, let's see. Should I make Xiaoling secondary DPS and make Fischl support, or make Fischl secondary DPS and make Xiaoling a support? Fischl secondary DPS and Xiaoling a support, I would say. Because so Fischl is much stronger as a DPS support than a full support. Xoraz, I recently got Childe. I'm contemplating putting 36% attack goblet or 38% hydro damage. 100% the hydro damage. Attack is not a great stat compared to hydro damage. Attack is nowhere near the same weight. Nowhere near. Your Childe's banner. Yeah, it looks pretty cool, right? When you ult E, you have to take full damage. You don't have to take. You can just like, yeah. You just stand on fire for 1 second, right? How many is it from 80 to 90? Yeah, it's like about 250. I was looking for a Beidou video on your channel and came across this. Yeah, I mean, we don't have a Beidou video yet because mine is level 40 and I haven't gotten her exactly where I want to be yet. Though I can ascend her.
If you ever want to trade tactics, I'm always
Because I'm probably gonna bring it to level 60 just to make the video, to be honest. Because this is the, this is the sacrifice that I make to make videos. I just level up characters that I don't play. But I mean, I have like a lot of materials, so it's not that expensive. But I kind of want to wait until I'm AR50 to have all my I can get this one done. I want to wait until I have AR50 so I can get all my characters level 90. Then I'm gonna use whatever else I have on her eventually. But it seems like I'm gonna have a lot of the materials I need, so I'm gonna have to farm the electro slime a few more times. That. What are your tips? Because I spent my fragile. I have 11 left. I'm AR43. I mean, wait until AR45 before wasting the rest of them. To be honest. Beidou better than Razor. I mean, I think Beidou is actually like probably slightly like more powerful than Razor for a lot of the content. Razor is going to be a very strong physical DPS main carry though. Like he's, he has his own potential, and he scales very differently and he plays very differently. Beidou seems like he's going to be much more of a reactive, high skill cap kind of character though. Yeah. Well, I think I'm pretty much done with the content of the day. Sadly, I mean, there's really not much more to do. So I'm probably gonna head off pretty soon here. Let's see. I will when I'm AR50 in 2 days, I will definitely be pushing the Abyss even more. I'm gonna try and maybe get 9 stars then, because it'll probably be much easier. Is physical catching better than Electro? They're both very similarly powerful. Now, if you get Constellation on catching, I think Electro becomes better because her Electro scales. I mean, she has a lot of Electro like bonuses from her Constellation. This Beidou already got more attack than my Ascension 5 Razor. I mean, she is wearing level 20 5-star artifacts, and she does have a level 80 Wolf Gravestone. So don't compare this. This is my Diluc weapon, right? Like, she's using gear for my main characters, so she is looking a bit busted, but. Her crit ratio is also terrible, same as my Fischl.
I'm always ready.
What should I raise? Ning 0 or Noelle C3? I mean, usually when you have Constellation, the characters are a bit stronger. But Ning is a DPS, Noelle is a support at C3, so it depends on what you need. Is Childe, Xiaoling, Bennett, and Venti a good team build? Yeah, it's really not bad, actually. One thing that I like with Childe is having electricity though, because electro charge is a very good AoE source of damage, and he already does so much AoE with Riptide and stuff. It really works well. So having 2 fire is good, but you don't necessarily always need 2 fire, or you don't necessarily need Venti all the time. So you can switch it around and have electro and some AoE super. Like when you have AoE content, it can work well.
Trade tactics, I'm always ready.
Yeah. Well, guys, I'm probably gonna end this stream now. It's getting a bit late, and there's not much left to do, sadly. I would recommend you guys, if you want to check any of the character guides, we have guides on all of these characters: Fischl, Childe, Bennett, Diluc, Venti, Chi-Chi, Xiangling, Chinkyu, Jean. I have made a guide on all these characters, as well as Xeno just released a guide on his level 90 Razor, and he hits really hard, and he's doing very great, and he put a lot of work in the guide. So I recommend you guys go and check out the latest video that Alex released, because it will be a very good video for those interested. I'm gonna post it in the chat right now. Just give me a second. Where is it? Here it is. So yeah, if you guys would like to see a Razor guide, here is the guide. I just linked it right now. It's not the one that oh yeah, I guess it's there. Sorry, I posted it twice. Anyways, here it is. Here is the guide, guys. So please check it out. Thank you very much, everybody, for the support, and thank you everybody for watching and stuff, and liking and being here. And thank you for the donation, the Xoraz as well, and everybody who's watching from Trovo as well. Very appreciated. We will most likely have another stream tomorrow during the day, and I'll be back this weekend. I might take one day off this weekend, but I'll definitely be back. We stream about, I mean, Xeno streams every morning, and I stream like 5-6 days a week, every evening, almost. So we'll see you then. Thank you again for watching. Thank you for supporting. And as always, check out our videos. If you have any questions, try and comment on them. We try and answer as many comments as we can. We also have a Discord server if you guys want to check it out. It's in the description. And we have a giveaway going on, so you can go and check the description for more information about that as well. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you for the nice comments. And I'll see you guys on the next stream. And